I'm like,
We're live.
all right.
Murder.
Apparently
We in
murder.
it to
So,
win it.
welcome everyone, near and far, for those who are tuning in or watching on YouTube channel or whatever mobile device out there for it. Welcome you to another session of Tales of Tellos, the Steam Age. I am the Dungeon Master Order. I'm joined by these wonderful people who have different slivers of chaos in them. So we'll see how they mesh with it. Um, to go over just a few quick things for it. If you're brand new, welcome. If you're a repeat viewer, welcome again. We're happy to have you. If you want to get caught up with any of the episodes, they're all available on our YouTube channel. So you can look up Castles and Calamity on YouTube, and you'll be able to find it from there. Everything's been uploaded. We upload it every week, so everything should be good for this campaign. We also have a second campaign that goes on every Thursday by our Chaos DM, who plays here as Lance. If you're interested in watching a campaign about the age of antiquity with an all-powerful continental-wide government guild that basically controls all the other sub-governments across the other seven star-shaped continent, uh, tune in. It's fun times. We just finished our midterms and are starting our second semester. We're going in and potentially going to do our finals and go forward from there with the progress of our time at the academy.
It's session, 8 or 9? They might actually get combat this week.
Yeah, go figure.
Didn't you say
Yeah.
that last week?
Yeah, he's like,
Well, I mean, yes, that was the plan, but the time convergence took a lot longer than I expected it to because Ollie had a mental breakdown over it, so it's fine.
You described it that way. Of course he would.
I'm well aware of what I did.
So there you
go. Did you say they might have combat coming up this week?
Yes.
Does that mean that the level 20 Death Knight that you had me roll up should probably show up soon?
Maybe not this first one. I was thinking more they have to murder an orphanage or something, but yeah.
Don't worry, Anthony. You'll remember. Don't worry,
they're
Anthony.
Not murdering
you'll remember this one.
Good to know.
You'll remember this one, Anthony. It's okay.
I did tell them when I was going to make them fight. It was a spider dragon.
Yeah. Tune in. Also, if you want to get caught up on the guild campaign, they are also available on our YouTube channel. So definitely check it out, and then we go forward from there. Lumi, which ears are you sporting today? I mean, it's a little obvious to me, but just want to make sure.
So today, my 2013 emo self and my current e-girl self are at war with each other. So we've got the classic black beanie, which I'd love to just like get a little bit lower, like this, and then the bunny ears.
Nice. The two are at war with each other.
These are my two personalities right here.
Yeah.
16-year-old emo girl and then e-girl.
Getting
the bunny hat girl from Bob's Burgers.
Yes,
yep.
Yes.
And this is where we debut the Castles and Calamities OnlyFans page.
So, also speaking of which, we are doing certain fitness things. So, congrats, Lance. I know you're doing the squats every day. The 100 challenge that's the 100 challenge, correct?
Yep, I'm at 90 for the day already.
Good job. You've been doing it for almost like a week now. So, congrats to that. That is awesome, and keep going at it for it. So. All right, and I think we're good for that. Does anyone? I don't think we have any birthdays this week, but we are definitely coming up with some more. Oh, Brian? Or
yes,
Chaos? Which one? Wait.
Well, mine's on Friday.
That's Friday. So then you will have you have luck inspiration for this session. So that's 3 luck points. Use them however you want. They expire the start of next session for it.
And on Thursday, we have 2 players that also have birthdays this week. Ruger and Other John.
Yeah, I was just like, wait, I was trying to remember if it was Boudica or not. I was like,
okay. Birthday train starts tomorrow.
So many Scorpios. All right. Does anyone have anything they want to bring up at this moment before we get started?
Yeah, I'd like to say that I'm jealous of Lisa's beanie, so I don't have to type it from our channel. It's a fox beanie, and it sounds adorable, and it sounds really cute.
Perfect.
She said it in Twitch chat.
Yep, we do like our cute things. So.
Can we get Lisa on camera with her beanie?
Not sure, but we'll see. All right, y'all. If nothing else, let's dive into tonight's session of the Steam Age. Insert campaign animation here one day. All right. Last time on session. Wait, I thought I saw there. Wait, yes. Sorry, I see her appearing.
Oh yeah, the hat popped up for a second.
On Zanny's screen for it. So, but no, okay. Everyone can watch it afterwards on YouTube or Twitch for it. So, there we go. All right, last time the group, after defeating the flesh golem, spoke, or most of the group spoke to Deputy Johar, an Ivorykin part of the constabulary, as about the creature, the construct that had emerged from the sewers. After putting down some statements, the group then migrated towards the Imperial Palace, where they came across Chance again, who was trying to get an appointment with the Arif, and as well as for the group, they were also trying to get an appointment for the Arif on behalf of M for it. The group was tried to get the appointment, but the earliest one was for 5 months from now, and frustrations were had, but the group was thinking about how else they could potentially expedite or get a sooner appointment for it. Lance did try to give Chance her portion of the reward from the train heist, or like the reward for stopping the train heist for it, and she kind of like was off put by that, not sure kind of like the details of it and why anyone would be giving that type of reward out freely for it. Lots of questions were had, but overall the group decided to then eventually split up and go their separate ways for it. Chance went to go to the constabulary and had to wait almost like an hour and a half, almost 2 hours, to speak to Johar at the Palace District and talk to him about the missing person situation that she was having and wanted to move forward with having any help in trying to arrange a meeting with a magician of one of the two towers for it. Afterwards, she went and got some shawarma. Shawarma is delicious. And then also later on, potentially, we'll see what happened, but had a very interesting night that afterwards for it. The same could be said for the other groups, as Alice and Zanny both went to back to the Ambrosia Bazaar. They saw a great coffee place called Muse Coffee House. Zanny was particularly interested in that vial of Tusri, but then eventually they went and started exploring the other shops that were available, including the Bard Bazaar, where Zanny now has a guitar for it, and then went to the Stitch It Right over at the Blue Square, where they saw a lot of great and wonderful Arumic fashion attire, but because of the pricing, Alice disclosed some of her financial woes because of the situation with Bruce and the investigation that he was going through. Eventually, though, they went back, and Alice saw Bruce waiting for her in front of the coffee house. She rushed to him, and he declared that he had wonderful news because he had been cleared of the insurance fraud charges for the criminal side of things. Zanny then went and also had an interesting night going about and perhaps having some discussions for it, while Alice went down on a nice, wonderful date with Bruce. Speaking of dates, romance, and other flings, the other four of you, Lance, M, Erlon, and Ash, all went to look around across Aether's Hill. Aether's, not Fighters Hill.
No, I believe it's Fighters.
I'm pretty sure it's Fighters. My notes say Fighters.
Hill, they went to the Naughty Nymph.
The Naughty Nip
Bar. No.
Okay. So we're retconning last week?
Went to meet several, or try to get some information on the bounties. From there, the group was able to, the group just had fun. Let's just put it that way. Drinks were had, discussions were had, people were talking, drinking, and having some fun. Lance made a connection with Blenib Lebthin, as well as heard several other interesting rumors from around town for it. M was able to, I can't read that, Lance.
I wrote it down.
Okay.
It says Fighters Hill and Naughty Nip.
No, do not.
That's canon.
Nope, has no power here.
But I never take notes,
M-
so if I wrote it down, it happened.
Nope. M was enjoying having Blazer drink alcohol. He is a fire, has a lot of fire powers for it. So alcohol does nothing except makes him stronger and a happier kitty for it. But was able to also talk to other people. He tried to befriend a gnome factory worker for it named Erwin. Didn't really go so great, but was then overall being able to have a good time mingling with different groups. 2 romances were sparked though. One romance perhaps with Big Red and a female escort named Rila, and then another romance sparked perhaps with Ash and a fire geniekin named Hearth. Both of them danced, talked, and I'm talking about both couples, danced, talked, had fun, made out, and eventually the group went back to the Marjorie Hotel where they did the deed, having sex, passion, whatever, and then were able to crash. Big Red. Here you go. I don't want to describe it, so that's the term, whatever.
the poodles played in the background.
There you go. They created the beast with 2 backs. Let's leave it that way. And then, after all of that was said and done, as everyone's breaking up, cracking up, and such, it is finally the 25th of songs.
Oh no, we missed the most important thing of last night.
There's a lot that wasn't shown. We're gonna get into like you all describing what else was done, because whatever happened in the RP channels, you guys got to bring up and say it or describe it, because that wasn't on the show last week. So describe it. So everyone roll a d20. Let's see how many of you can get above 11. We got Alice. And got Lance.
No,
I got
rolled
11. Alice got a 1.
I got a 1.
So we got 60%. Okay, we got 50-50.
Wow.
Wow. Okay, we're doing good.
Alice and Erlon bringing down the average.
So we got 3 and 3. Okay.
There's 7 of us.
I don't like it. Too many of us roll above 10. I don't know. Something's off.
Yeah, we're screwed tonight.
Yeah, we actually, for the first time, have rolled statistically more above the higher half of the die with 11 to 20.
Average is going up, kids.
Hell just froze over.
It was so astonishing. Alice disappeared.
Can one of our spreadsheet masters keep track of these rolls for the futures?
You guys can make your spreadsheet. I'm not tracking that.
I was talking to the queen of spreadsheets.
To Chance. Yeah, she wants to create statistically.
Oh boy.
I ain't doing that. So awesome. All right.
A lot of rolls.
Yeah.
Just these D20 straight rolls to find what order we do things in. We don't need to keep track of other rolls. Just this.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Let me just really quickly just go down this. So 2 and 15 and Erlon 3. Okay. Let's start things on a good note. It is morning of the 25th of songs, the last day of the month. This is the first month of summer, so tomorrow is the first of heat. It's also basically Monday tomorrow. It's first day again. And the second month of the summer lasts 3 months. The group, depending on how you've your activities last night, will determine how you basically are feeling in the morning. So let's start with Zanny. You went to, describe Zanny. Please describe how your activities, if they affected your sleep last night, and if you would have woken up earlier or later, knowing what Lance was talking to you about, as well as Chance the previous night.
I've got a certain. Well, yesterday it was when I went to the temple, and I've got this nagging feeling in the back of my head because it's been forever since I've done it. and maybe a little bit of old school thinking, and my old training would come in handy. She wakes up early, not being able to sleep very well after having Lance barge in with his medical emergency in the middle of the night.
So what was that medical emergency?
The damn bird. He was so drunk he couldn't go get shawarma himself and sent his damn bird to go get it, and then got real surprised when the bird got mugged.
Who mugs a parrot? Seriously.
It's got money in its hand.
Who sends a parrot with a bag of gold? Seriously.
Yeah, like who sends a bird with money? Just go.
I'm sorry, I thought this was a respectable town.
Wake me up.
You sent it out at 2:30 in the morning.
Just because Ted Mosby's mom said nothing good ever happens after 2 a.m.
Right now. But after all that, she just and then she reminds her, she's reminded that, like, oh yeah, Chance is coming in the morning. I need to hit the books. So she gets up, she hits the books for like 30 minutes, and then actually heads out and goes for a run.
Okay.
She pulls into her old training regimen, goes for a little half-hour run.
Okay. Roll an athletics check. The DC is 5. If you're just going for a light jog.
Yeah, she's getting back into it. It's been forever since she's done it.
If you're actually pushing for like a good workout, the DC is 10. Just basically, just let's see.
Athletics?
Yep, athletics, please.
Cool. This is a flat roll. Oh yeah.
No. Even with a DC 5.
I'm winded like 5 minutes, if that. just like, oh my. Oh,
you're coughing, especially because it's more dustier weather up here, and you're just like, that wheeze at the back of your throat.
She just stops like 5 minutes in. Oh, Ripple, you fucking idiot! Oh, why'd you make me do this? Why'd you make me do this? I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! And just cussing herself out the whole way back. Just walking stitches in her side back in.
Yep. You shower, get ready. Do you go try to wake up anyone else before we switch scenes?
Yes, Lance.
Okay.
I shower and I wake up Lance, because if he's going to wake me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to wake him up at 7.
Quick question, Lance, and we're going to get to your scene in a few moments, but are you in the hotel?
He would be probably have just gotten back, so she like goes looking for him, and he's like downstairs drinking coffee.
In the lobby.
In the lobby. I'm assuming there's like a bar lobby area, whatever.
Yeah, there would be a bar lobby for it.
Yeah, yep. He's down in the restaurant or whatever drinking coffee.
So, cool. We'll get to your scene in a moment, because we're going to follow that, but just wanted to see like how canonically the story is flowing for it. All right. Let's go next to Calliope. Calliope, please describe in how you wish your night. How would Calliope describe her night at the Naughty Nymph?
Well, it started out disappointing. I don't know why they chose to go at this time of day, but what do I know? They got to the Naughty Nymph, and she wasn't doing too well with the ladies. Struck out with a really sweet human woman, if I recall correctly.
Half elf,
half elf. Didn't seem too interested in poor Calliope, but really likes the short guys. Really went after Erlon pretty hard. Maybe in a professional capacity, maybe not. It's not for me to say. But after a time, our good Lance decided to intervene, and with a charisma 7 is a pretty effective wingman, and introduced Calliope or Ash to fire geniekin named Hearth. And due to circumstances in her past, I would say that Calliope was in full smit. She was quite smitten with the literally fiery redhead. And so after a time, they drank a few drinks, and Calliope stupidly admitted to things that she probably shouldn't have admitted to, but she didn't run off, and they made their way back to the inferior hotel.
Inferior. I mean, I think the Marjorie Hotel would have been an upgrade for Ash because she never went to the Ivory Palace.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, Calliope, you wake up, arms in arms a little bit with Hearth. Really quickly, roll a d10 just to see if you woke up first or she woke up first. I'm going to say odd you, even her.
Okay, give me one moment. I have too many damn windows open. Okay, here we go.
Odd you. So you wake up first.
Is she awake?
No, you woke up first. She is asleep right now in your arms.
Perfect. So I just kind of, Ash is really obsessed with this woman's hair. It's just amazing. And she's kind of playing with it, running her fingers through it. Maybe not the most subtly or gently, almost like she's trying to wake her up.
Mm-hmm. As you pull on it, as a Vire Genie can, for strands that you pull out, I mean, it feels hot. Her strand, even her hair, can warm up depending on her mood. And as you were very well aware of the singe marks from last night for it, if you pull it off, it does flicker into fire. So it's like candles, like when you're touching candles or anything. If you were to pull it out, like any strands.
Sure, but she wouldn't. She's probably not doing that.
Wasn't sure about like with when you said like how rough it is or whatever. Just over like the flavor and understanding because she is infused with the elemental dominion. Every genie kin has that element embedded in their very being. Eventually, though, she does stir and she's holding on to you. And she's like, kind of like eyes open halfway, and she kind of groans a little bit as the hangover. Which actually, speaking of which, Ash, Calliope, please roll a con save to see if you have a hangover.
Okay.
I'll roll one for her as well. Yeah, you got a hangover.
Of course.
So
of course.
She does not, though. So her body burned through that alcohol very well. So, but she's like, morning. But she's
good morning.
curling up with you.
Did you sleep well?
I did. Did you?
I don't believe that I felt this relaxed in 14 months, 12 days, 8 hours. You know what I mean.
And she kind of like pulls you a little closer because like her, she's hugging you, you're hugging her, and everything. She's like, let's just reset the clock completely. Forget the countdown.
I can be tempted very easily to do that. Are you thirsty? Can I get you something to drink?
Yeah, I think, what time is it? And she kind of like breaks a little bit off from you in a very like slow manner, and she kind of like sits up. Her hair is a tangled mess, but you could start to see as she's waking up, it's kind of like starting to get that elevate, like that heat, the natural heat, starting to like move it out of like disentangling itself and such. And the two of you are naked, but you guys both start putting on whatever undergarments you wish as you.
Oh, she doesn't have to get dressed. I can get her. I was going to get, sweetie, I was going to bring it to you.
Oh, okay. Just water then. I haven't drank that much in a long time.
Oh, yes. So she's essentially naked, but she is a woman of decorum. So she's going to go ahead and grab the sheet off the bed and wrap it around her waist, and then head on down to the lobby to get something to drink.
There is a little mini fridge in there, which would have some water. If that's what you're looking for, or if you want something else, then yeah, you can absolutely go down.
Do you know how much the fucking mini fridge costs? We are not doing the mini fridge. She walks right past that son of a bitch downstairs.
There you go.
Lance would have told you it's on Alice's husband, the room is.
I don't care.
Awesome. Let's switch scenes with that being said to Chance. Chance, you wake up. If you wish, please describe kind of like what happened last night. In however way, how many details you wish to describe, and what is Chance thinking right as she wakes up? I'm assuming early in the morning because she has to make the trip to the Marjorie Hotel.
Yeah, she went out to try and make some connections so she could get in with the Arif. But she was only at the bar for about 5 minutes. And then she saw somebody else from the train, and since apparently we're supposed to be following people from the train, she followed her, and the girl got attacked. Chance tried to step in, but also got attacked, and then somebody else stepped in.
When you say attacked, do you mean attacked or charmed? Just so for the context of it.
I mean, it was a negative reaction.
Fair.
It was somebody who was trying to do us harm.
And who did you get attacked by?
I think her name was Cassandra or something like that.
That's not her name, but that's fine. And Chance would also not be sure what her name was.
Well, he did say it.
He said you are not that name. So
okay.
That's not her name. That's someone else's name.
All right.
But yes,
I thought it was you are not, Claudia.
Okay, yeah. To make clear, you are not this person.
Her name is her name. That's not her name.
Yeah. But yeah. Any other interesting person you met last night?
Yeah. So, anyways, we were saved by a blind Leonin monk guy. And he knows things and wanted to come to the meeting that Chance was going to have in the morning. So after we took the train lady Emily to her room, we went back to my hotel and I got him a room, and that is where we are waking up.
Perfect. So in the morning, you are woken up by Hamra, who's kind of bouncing on your bed. You're just bouncing as a very active, hyperactive, one would say, red fox does, making some yipping sounds like it's morning, wake up, it's a great day.
You know where the chamber pot is. You can take yourself out.
She kind of like just looks at you, and you know that she is a familiar, so she doesn't really need to eat or need to poop. She is a magical being. But
she eats a lot.
Yeah.
So it does have to come out. Maybe if she doesn't eat, it doesn't have to come out, but she eats a lot.
That is true. So she does go to the chamber pot whenever she pleases. But yes. Meanwhile, Jack is just like sleeping, curled up, being the nice, quiet. Of the two, you got the one who's very hyperactive, excitable, energetic, and the one nice, calm one, easygoing, patient fox. And just looking at you, goes over and licks your nose just like once or twice, and then just moves on, just like wishing you good morning.
Hamra, I love you, but I only love you after coffee. In the morning, I want cuddles. And she just like cuddles with Jack for another 5 minutes. Like,
yeah, he just lets you. He's just like just calm and just like lays down, like closes his eyes and lets you cuddle him. His soft, cool fur always feels a little cooler than the actual temperature around him. Almost like the Arctic infusion within him.
Best pillow. Best pillow is cold pillow.
Yes. So eventually, you do get up. I'm assuming do your morning rituals. Do you seek out immediately Guy?
Yeah, she would go. Well, she'd go down to the main tavern room, see if he was already down there, because he seems like a morning person. She's not an overly morning person. Like she's fine getting up, but she's very like, don't talk to me
until I have my coffee. Fair. He is downstairs.
Sure, until I have my coffee.
He is downstairs in a corner. You do notice he has a small cup of tea that he's drinking early in the morning. He's sitting next to a window, so the sunlight is on him, giving him as a lionkin a little nice morning sun bath.
Yeah, she'll go up to the counter, get herself some coffee, and if they have a bagel or something.
Yep, and you're able to do so. I'd say just 10 silver for that, and then you're good to go.
All right. And then she'll go sit next to him in the shade / no sun.
Mm-hmm. And he nods to you, not like, and he is a blind lionkin, so he doesn't really see you approach, but you sense that he knows you approach, just from kind of like how he tilts his head towards you, perhaps from his extraordinary hearing for it. Good morning.
Morning.
Did you sleep well?
Well enough.
Good. Good.
Oh, right. Did you?
Oh, yes. I slept well. I feel much better for it.
That's good.
For the record, you don't have to ask me how I'm doing. It's icebreaker such. It's fine if you don't. Unless you want to know.
I mean, I want to know how you're doing. I don't want to. I assume that you should just tell me how you're doing if it's, however it is. But also, I just until we go, I would like quiet.
He just sips his tea, doesn't even respond to you, but with except just the nod, you're able to drink your coffee and such. Hamra kind of just does paw at your leg a little bit for the bagel, for just like a little tiny piece, because she would love to have a little extra piece of bagel for her breakfast as well, but not like insisting on it. Eventually, though, you both do start heading your way towards there. Are you planning on walking there or taking a carriage there? If you're walking, then probably you need to leave sooner, versus if you are taking a carriage, probably is a little more of a relaxed pacing for it.
Yeah, that would be once she's drank most of her coffee and thinking about how they're getting there and leaving. She'd ask, you're feeling better? What's that on a scale of do you want to walk or would you be better in a carriage?
I think the rest did well for my stamina. We can walk.
All right. Then we should probably leave in like 10 minutes.
He just nods, enjoying the quiet as well. And people in the drunken stag do start to come in. The earlier birds for it, so they're not too raucous for it. But eventually, you and Guy make your way, leaving the drunken stag. I will ask you a question though. Do you try to continue to reserve the 2 rooms, or are you?
Oh yeah. She would. Well, yeah, she would.
Guy will tell you I can sleep outside in the alleyways. You don't have to buy me another room tonight.
That's weird. No.
He kind of shrugs. Like, this is probably something he's very used to. So, but yeah, if you're gonna reserve both rooms, it's gonna be 60 gold, or sorry, 60 silver for it.
All right.
And then with that, the 2 of you start making your way, walking towards the Marjorie Hotel, which is on the other side of the city. So a nice brisk walk over there. We'll do the trick. And let's switch scenes to Lance. Lance, Please describe your night last night.
Lance had a great time last night.
Go ahead. Yep.
So after paying for the revelry for the 4 people last night out of his own personal purse, not one of the other multiple purses he carries.
All the purses.
Lance has his purse. He has the party purse. He has Chance's money if she ever wants to collect on it. And he also has the secret purse that doesn't exist that has other money in it. His private stash in case of emergencies.
Yep. He has 4 different purses for it.
Hidden in various places.
Yep.
Like one of them is in an empty Coca-Cola bottle.
Pretty clever. Yep.
That he's prestidigitated so the bottle looks full.
Okay.
Because
remember, the illusions for prestidigitation, I believe, last only like 1 hour, I think. Or
unless you stain something, that's permanent. To stain or clean.
Gotcha.
So he would stain it until it looked like it was full.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yes,
okay.
he would stain the bottle. He painted the bottle so it looked like it
was basically, full. Yeah, pretty much. So perfect. Your night.
So Lance got back after bringing everybody back, and he decided he didn't want to go get shawarma, but he has this nice, convenient familiar named Sheldon, who's a bird right now, and he's like, "Hey, you can go get this for me, shawarma extra pita. Extra pita's for you. He attached 4 gold to his leg in a little pouch, and be like, onward, birdward." And off Sheldon went, and he was starting to get concerned that Sheldon wasn't back yet, and then Sheldon comes limping through the thing with what clearly was a stolen pita or shawarma, because somebody decided to attack my poor little friend in the middle of the night and hurt him. So we went and woke up Zanny, maybe with a little more enthusiasm than the situation required, but I don't think so. And she fixed him up, and then we said we were going to go to bed, and we waited until she went to bed, and then we went out hunting. We wanted to go find the people who did this.
And you rolled a natural 20 for it.
And I found them. And after some words were exchanged, I decided not to kill them all.
Or the hot dog guy.
Or the hot dog guy. And I told them they needed to pay back what they stole and buy us our late night snack that we were robbed of. And from the hot dog cart, not the shawarma cart, but the hot dog cart was right here. And one of them didn't want to do that, but his 2 friends agreed, and they did that. And Lance gave the guy who seemed to be the most reasonable the original 40 silver, 4 gold equivalents back, and basically told him it wasn't the actual gold, it was the principle of the matter, and you should keep an eye on who you keep company with, indicating the dumbass who still wanted to fight Lance.
It was like, oh yeah, I'm a sorcerer.
Yeah, he's gonna be sorcererly dead. But and then after that, Lance went to go back to the Maze bookstore to do some investigation, and he did find a spell that Zanny had mentioned that Chance might need. It would take literally everything he has in all 4 purses, though, to get. So he decides not to get it and heads back to the hotel to have this meeting. And if she does ask it, he will need to explain the cost to her for him to learn it, unless he can find it somewhere else. But it was also 4 a.m., so it's not the optimal time to be going out shopping.
Yeah, this was Maze, which is open 24 hours, and it is a collection. The book that you were looking at is 4 spells. Right. Automatically, no other costs required from it, and any wizard could read the same book and learn from it. So it isn't a premium item, but maybe going to Dawnstone Emporium may have something that's more economic.
It's 1,500 a spell, which isn't bad, especially because there's no additional cost to put them in your book.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're trying to conserve funds at the moment, it may be better to just get the 1 spell, even if it costs more per spell to do it that way.
Yep. Speaking of which, as you go, you get you said you would get a coffee, right?
Yeah, Lance is going to be downstairs waiting for everybody, because I'm guessing he got back around 6:30.
Yeah. Would you be getting like a normal black coffee or anything special?
No. Do they have like espressos?
They do. Yep.
Yeah, he's getting. How much are they?
6 silver each.
Cool. Let me see how much money Lance has. Yeah, he bought a 5-shot.
Okay, mark it off. 30 silver, 5-shot.
Lance is going to be awake today.
Yeah, eyes wide open the whole time like this, just like
Who knows?
yeah.
He doesn't need Tussery. He just needs to be vibrating from the espresso.
But also, you did stay up all night, so please roll me your con save for it. You are okay. You do not suffer exhaustion at this point. So, but you don't recover any spells that you haven't. But I think you mentioned that before that you haven't spent any spells, so you're good.
Right, because I only used 1 cantrip during the fight because Big Red murdered that beast.
As well as Calliope with a shot
Yeah.
to the groin. Speaking of which, you're there in the lobby. You see Zanny coming in, wheezing heavily, and you also see a Ash with the kind of like a dress on, but
No,
a blanket.
if I may, I was
But,
quite
yeah.
clear. She wrapped it around her waist.
Okay, her waist. So,
Just her
okay.
waist.
Just her waist.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
You
Proceed.
needed to hear that.
Okay, my
So
apologies.
dress.
I misunderstood.
No, you're fine. I'm kidding.
I'm like, okay, she's gonna be getting a lot of looks. Security, we'll see how it goes. So, but yeah,
Hey, this is the
Leave-
second worst hotel in town. We'll be okay.
the 3 of you are in a convergence moment. Go ahead. If you guys want to talk to each other, you can, or otherwise we can move on to the next person.
Well, Zanny, you look like you've had a hell of a morning, and Ash, you look like you had a hell of a night. Nice.
She eyes closed as far as you can tell. She just kind of leans forward and says, "You're a hell of a wingman," and then just gives you a big kiss on the cheek.
Always happy to help.
Not as happy as I am.
You should probably cover up a little bit because the security guards and the staff are looking at you, and they don't seem to be enjoying the situation as much as you would think they would.
It'll be fine. You got a pitcher of water? Water. Water?
We can get you water.
Water, yes.
Do you need
Water.
coffee? You look like you need coffee.
At the sound of water, Zanny, you also are parched. So
Water.
Water dull and pain. Water. I bet you may want to move most Ricky Ticks on because you said that they're security guards and stuff. So
yeah, Lance will hop up and go get pitchers of water, 1 for the table and 1 for Ash, and some cups.
As he's doing that, Ash is just whatever diners are kind of in the vicinity. She's just going by and saying good morning. Good morning. How are you today?
Well, got like early morning group, the people who usually are there drinking their tea or doing whatever, they're just like confused.
They're getting their tea this morning.
They're getting their tea this morning. So if you're paying for it, Lance, mark off I'd say 2 pitchers of water, cups, 25 silver. So
yeah, he'll give 30 just to
awesome.
As an apology.
Yeah. Perfect. All right. While that's all happening, let's go to our Fey Giant. M, what is M doing at the moment?
I don't think M stayed at the bar for too long. He wasn't getting any clues from the gnome he was talking to, and then he saw about half the group kind of go on a different mission. Uh, so he decided that he was actually going to look for this cat burglar by not talking to the humans or the gnomes. Him and Blazer, he's gonna turn into a cat, and they're gonna go try to talk to the cats of the city.
All right. Roll. That was last night, correct? So
Yeah.
roll me a. I'm gonna ask for 2 rolls. First, roll a d100. Okay. Cool, cool. And now roll a either animal handling or persuasion check.
I'll do animal handling. Hey, that's 2 digits.
Hey, that
There we
is.
go.
So, you're looking around asking for like, hey, how are you doing? Like, oh, this is you're in my territory. Get out. Like typical cat behavior and such, or I'm the coolest, or let me smell you. Oh yeah, you smell okay. Kind of like all the
Yeah, do you remember
traditional
kicking a cat out that looks like this?
Yeah, just all the traditional memes about cats. Like, hey, do you want to knock stuff over? Yeah, sure, let's go. And then you guys just having a blast in there because there's just a lot of cats in Jeddah. Just a lot of cats. Most people don't
Awesome.
notice them, but there's just a lot of cats in Jeddah.
Good to know. I like this place.
Once you start asking though about like druids for it, they're like, yeah, there's a bunch of druids. They also turn to cats. And they kind of like start mentioning about like you're not the only druid that goes about. Lots of druids tend to like in the city become cats and just have fun throughout the night and such for it, and just not deal with people or deal with people and just get the pets and everything. So you do hear if you were asking specifically about the cat burglar, like, yeah, I think they're here. I mean, I heard about it, but the druids are upset about them, but they don't want to turn on one of their own. Also, the cat burglar is just taking what's theirs. That's what they told us. Yeah, everything belongs to cats. Yep, yeah, sounds good.
I mean, no argument there. I
So,
totally agree.
I don't know why they're saying burglar. I mean, they're just taking what they belongs to them. So, and they're like cat like cat philosophizing on the social dynamics of civilization belonging to them.
That's what I was trying to tell them when they said a cat was stealing. I was like, I don't think that's possible.
Yep. So you are able to confirm that the cat burglar at least is in Jeddah at this moment. You don't know how long because they do say, oh yeah, they did say they like to travel around a lot. But they said that they'd be around for a little bit in the city. So
Good
perfect.
to know.
In the morning, well, let me ask, would you try to stay out all night as a cat, or would you have eventually gone home and slept as a cat?
Yeah, he would go back to whatever hotel we were staying at and get his rest in.
Awesome. All right. And in the morning, you do wake up, and when you wake up, you do the whole cat stretch thing, and then you kind of do the back stretch thing, and Blazer kind of looks at you, and then he yawns. He smells like alcohol. He smells like he smells like alcohol.
Hungover cat.
And he kind of like he also stretches too the same way. First the front, then the back with his floofy tail like sticking up, and then
big stretch.
the two of you head over. Your wild shape drops eventually, and you are a Fey Giant again, and you are able to descend, if you wish to, join the rest of the party.
Yeah, we'll go down to start snacking or on eating breakfast.
Perfect. Let's switch scene then to Erlon. Erlon, Big Red, please describe your night of fun. However way you want to describe it, in whatever details you wish to describe it.
Talked with Rilla for quite a bit. Probably talked about a little bit too much of myself. and things were done, things were seen, things were great. Uh, it was pretty. What's that?
No, I say yeah. However way, however much details you want or are comfortable with, and then that's
Yeah. So found out really quickly that she's into small guys, which is great because that's probably the only time that Big Red will ever compare himself to being small. And it was pretty enjoyable. Kind of spoke to her about her past to a certain degree, which is kind of hazy. Saw that we had a whole lot more in common, and did the deed.
and the deed was done.
The deed was done.
Perfect. You wake up in the morning and roll me a d10 to see if you would have woken up first or she would have woken up first. Same rules apply. Odd, you, even her.
Said D10.
Yep. All right, you wake up first.
Oh. Am I hungover?
Roll a con save. Yep, because you and Ash were drinking in a lot.
You said con save.
Yep, con save.
Well, that's good because I'm good at this.
Yeah, you are
Dirty 20.
Wake up, dirty 20. You are good, not. You are good and happy and not any impact on that alcohol.
I'm totally gonna just if I woke up before her, I'm gonna be kind of amazed of what happened. Literally just kind of looking. I'm gonna like kind of flip the cover and like see if she's naked.
Sleeping kind of like on her side, or not on her side, on her front. So
Okay.
you're able to look and see a slight smile on her face as she is asleep, nude. Both of you are nude, obviously.
Nice. And then gonna have like a mini victory, kind of like cheer, and like really excited.
Okay.
And then I will romance her awake, and I will just kind of like I don't know.
Roll a performance
I'll
check.
do you like sweet when I wake her up, not like freak out like Big Red, but like just
roll a performance check. Let's see if you elbow slam her or
oh God, please. All right.
You're good. Yeah, you're good. Just have to roll above a 5 DC for it, not to judo chop her awake. So
Awesome.
you reach down, you blow a little bit on her ear before kissing the side of her face, and slowly she rouses, and she kind of looks at you and is like, Big Red, and she kind of grabs you with it and kind of curls forward, pulls you in, and you and her are starting to kiss once more.
Sorry. Yeah, and just like kind of just in waking her up, kind of just I'm gonna ask her the question that's been bugging me the most, and surprisingly it has nothing to do with the memory anymore. It's just gonna ask her if I was the best she's ever had. In true Big Red fashion.
I'm gonna do something here.
Roll low as shit.
You were.
Yes.
you literally
And
like
she literally,
you
yeah,
just
he's
literally
literally just gonna do that. Like
yeah. You
all right.
get up eventually, as she's also having to get up and get ready to go to leave and everything. Would your first thought be going to tell the rest of the group or trying to meet up with the rest of the group or just walk her out?
I'm gonna ask her like, so what, like what's the hurry? What's the hurry?
I have to report in. So
Report in. Okay. Would you like to join me for some breakfast?
roll persuasion check.
Oh, God, I have to persuade her.
She has
Wasn't
to
that-
go because
I know.
quick bite. Okay. She goes forward. Two of you are going downstairs apparently. So
Oh God. Okay.
so perfect. And last but certainly not least,
Certainly
Alice.
not. Certainly not least. Some might even
Please.
say the most extra.
The most
person.
extra.
The most
our
extra.
Our nat one queen. So please describe your night, whatever happened, however many details you want.
Oh, yeah. So Alice and Bruce went on a lovely date. She got spoiled with lots of presents, but Bruce only paid for half of her new leather armor that's going to be a really sick black leather corset with studs. So, yeah, mommy dommy incoming. Then they went on a nice dinner, and Bruce told her everything about everything that she needed to know. But that's, something we'll discuss later. Or Alice will tell people later. And then they had a lovely dinner by the lake beneath the stars. And then they went back to the hotel room, which they have a nicer hotel room than everybody else because Bruce is funding your mooching asses.
Yep.
And
you all, he did have for you the suite. You all each had like your own individual rooms for it. That for the arrangements for it.
yeah, but they had a lovely night together. No corset yet though, so that's not involved. That'll come
Yep.
later.
You wake up late to the smell of, well, sizzling eggs
Oh.
as Bruce makes you a breakfast.
What?
Yeah.
Bruce knows how to cook?
Yes.
What? I just thought we had.
That is actually, let's go in play. Alice is surprised. He knows how to cook.
She like kind of sits up, like she does the thing where she like half like sits up a little bit. She's completely naked, but she kind of just like rubs her head a little bit because she hasn't had her morning liquor yet. She goes, "Darling, I thought real Naysir made breakfast every morning.
Oh, he does. I know how to cook, though, my dear.
You know how to cook? Where did you learn to cook?
At home.
When did you learn to cook?"
Just eat and have your drink, whatever you need. But I just wanted to spoil you even more after last night.
Alice is
Kiss
gonna
on
pour herself
the head. What was that?
Oh, Alice is gonna pour herself a drink.
Yeah.
She's having the
breakfast of
reverse
champions.
problem. Everybody has a hangover because they drank too much. Alice has a headache because she hasn't drank yet today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, you eat and everything, and he is happy and excited. He's like, I'm I'm intrigued to see what is gonna happen. I might get a sending this morning, so just FYI, my dear, I'm just to figure out the rest of the plan of action for it.
Does that mean you have to go back to get like questioned again?
Well, to figure out about the factory. Now that I've been cleared of the criminal charges, I can travel again, more freely. Might need to figure out what the next steps are for the factory since there are damages there. Now I have to talk to the insurance company and get them to actually pay out their thing. It's a whole ordeal.
Running a business is very complicated.
It is.
I am so glad I chose to grow up and be your wife and not a business owner.
Oh, I'm sure you would be the best business owner ever if you wanted to.
Oh, darling, no. First thing I would do was make a lot of money, and then I'd buy everything, and then I'd stop working on the company because I'd spend all of my money, and then I'd be bankrupt, and probably
Well,
embezzle.
yeah, yes. Let's not do any embezzling. Oh wait. And you kind of like see him like thinking as he's probably receiving the sending right then and there.
Alice is just sitting there twiddling her thumbs.
Yeah, and he does move away from you a little bit, not like in a hiding way, but he like paces a little bit as he's listening to this. All right, thank you for letting me know. I'll meet you there, and we can discuss the next steps. Be there in an hour. 30 minutes, actually.
30 minutes?
They want to Agravain and Omar so that they want to meet ASAP. So,
Of course, darling. Of course they do. Are you going to have a business lunch together?
breakfast and then lunch as we work with the bank and then work with trying to figure out this whole mess. So they did say that they were when they were the message they sent was very positive. So we'll see.
So you're telling me you
That
have
might be.
30 minutes then?
Yes.
She's
Well, I
going
should
to
probably.
absolutely tackle him back into bed.
Okay. The two of you.
She
do the
will let him go in like 15.
Awesome. After 15 minutes are had, a great time. I'm gonna have to do more rolls in the background of
I
things.
didn't say that,
And-
Gaston.
Okay, then no rolls then for it.
I'm not tempting
Um,
fate twice in one day.
There are other ways to have fun that don't involve rolls.
Exactly.
That's why I'm like. That's why I said okay. I'll take it back. I don't know what you're saying exactly. So, all right. With that said, Bruce does say, "I'll be back. I'll renew the rooms for tonight, and we'll see what happens after that. But you don't have to move again for it."
Thank you, darling. My stuff is tiresome to carry everywhere. She sounds like she
Indeed.
carries her stuff.
He does chuckle and gives you a kiss goodbye and says, "I'll be here. I'll let you know. But if anything happens, just come here, and there might be a message waiting for you.
Of course, darling, I love you.
Love you more." And then he heads off in a brisk pace because he's late already.
Whoops. Alice is going to take her
Eventually.
time getting dressed.
Yep. For the people that are, well, let me ask. Alice, roll me a d20, please. We're gonna
I'm
see because you did wake up the latest.
really good at
We're gonna
these.
see how this plays. For
A
it.
2.
Nat 1 queen, the nat 2 queen. Okay. You're still getting whatever, dressed and everything, relaxing. You have no idea there's a meeting. Because no one told you. And you woke up the late, but for the rest of the group, or switching scenes just for a moment, Ash, you go get the water for Hart.
If it's round at 7 o'clock and not everybody's down, Zany's started going around and getting everybody up.
That's what I'm saying. Now it's like, okay, the people that are downstairs would now be around 7:30 would probably be Big Red, or actually Big Red. Roll me a d20, please. You did roll that 6, so roll me that d20. 15. Okay. Right as you're opening up the door, you see Zanny about to like knock on your door. So Big Red Zanny, go ahead.
Oh, hey there,
Morning.
Zanny. Hey, this is Rilla.
Oh, hi. We're getting ready to do breakfast, and somebody's coming over at like 8 o'clock to come hang out. It's that Devilkin lady, that Chance lady. She's gonna come over and she wants to talk to, I think, Lance about something, but I wanted her to meet all of us.
Okay, that's fine. Can Rilla come eat breakfast with us?
I don't see why not. Hi, Rilla. Hi, I'm Zany.
Hi, Mrs. Zanny. She's got like surprised. That's suddenly.
Wait, what?
Right as that's happening, Erlon, you're saying that we had sex, and Ash, you're in it's the same hallway. You're going with the bottles of water, and you hear Big Red saying this.
So she's coming back. She's got the water in her hand.
Yep.
Does she still
Okay.
have her tits out?
And
Yeah,
and
100%.
and a gnome and a smallkin giving the lowest of 5s.
Yeah. First of all, she's technically, this is her home because Bruce paid for it for the next night. So that's her home. And a woman's home is her castle. So if she wants to walk around tits out, she's going to walk around tits out. And you know what? That maid had no right to go talking to my daddy.
Your daddy? Your daddy here?
Rilla looks confused and now is feeling awkward.
Yeah. So, all right, Rilla, you met this crazy woman earlier, last night. This is Ash. We're just gonna try to ignore her and her tits being out. We're gonna go
Hey.
eat some breakfast.
Hey, Erlon.
Uh,
Erlon.
Yes,
Erlon.
Ash. Yes.
Did you guys fuck?
Why? I can't look at you seriously with that stuff hanging. I don't know you.
She turns and looks behind her. What the what?
Yeah.
Also understand, sweetheart, you're of a certain height, and we're of a certain height.
Hitting me in the face.
So like 5 feet.
Erlon, I thought you didn't like me. Now you're saying pretty things.
I did what? Okay, you are delirious right now. So
No,
I don't know if you noticed this. What?
Erlon.
Yes.
Did you guys fuck?
Ash. First off, it's Big Red, okay, and second, I don't have to
You
tell
guys
you
fucked.
anything. Okay,
guys-
all right.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, come on, Rilla. And I'm just gonna
she's
kind of
also
leave
not
Rilla
liking this
past
conversation.
her as quickly as
Erlon,
possible.
it's okay. I fucked too.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You do notice like one person opened the door of the hotel, just a other person on the other side of the hallway, just looking like the hell is going on? Doesn't say anything, it just looks like. and then just closes the door.
Alice just bursts in me too.
Eventually, you all.
Ash, could you put some clothes on, please, honey? We are expecting company soon.
No, I got company, Zanny.
The company's coming at 8 o'clock. I need you to be dressed, please.
I mean, yeah, but
At least no
this
tits
is
out.
really you owe something. And she's just walking away complaining.
I brought you here, didn't I? You got laid, didn't you?
What kind of woman cock blocks her friend? She brought her into this group.
Eventually, yeah, Hearth. Hearth is happy and grateful for the water. She also does have things that she also has to do. So all of you do end up, or except Alice, at the front lobby. Breakfast is had. We can RP that later if needed. But overall, there's a good spirit amongst you all, as you all, for half of you, or Big Red and Ash, have had that stress release. Zanny is anxious for the new friend. Lance is intrigued, and M is relaxed was a cat and now is. M, how would you be kind of like this morning? Would you be smoking on your pipe or doing anything different?
Yeah, I was just about to say it's the morning. He's got his morning pipe out and getting his spells ready and getting ready to start the day.
Yep. You kind of like are also probably like next to a window, just like concentrating on the freedom, the big fireball in the sky, and just like absorbing that sunlight, just as a cat would, and attuning to nature, picking out your spells. But Lance, I would imagine you're also switching out your spells if you want to. Because that can be done in a short rest.
And Lance would have told Zanny that he took care of the problem from last night.
All right, ominous, but cool.
There was a problem? Oh, one of the bounties.
You didn't get arrested, so that's good.
No, not one of the bounties. There was well, I mean, I guess it was a bounty. It was a bounty I put out and then I collected myself.
Oh,
Someone
like a money glitch.
Someone attacked Sheldon. He was just innocently flying to go get me shawarma.
Now, tell the story right. You were drunk and sent your bird with money to go get shawarma, and then got your bird hurt, and then I fixed it in the middle of the night.
Yes, and then I went and took care of the problem.
Well, that part you got right.
I believe that Sheldon was innocent in that, sure.
Yeah, Sheldon didn't do anything wrong. Sheldon just did what his owner told him.
True.
Eventually, around 8 o'clock-ish, actually, Chance, roll me d20 to see earlier, later, exactly on the dot you are for it. Exactly on the dot. 8 on the dot. Chance and the lionkin are opening the doors, entering the Marjorie Hotel. In the bar lobby restaurant, you all notice her, and you notice this lionkin next to her. You're not sure who they are, and at this distance, you can't tell if they're blind or not, but you all can perceive each other.
I perceive you.
Is there anybody
Morning.
sitting nearby?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Zany. Could it be like is it like a husband and wife, or is there like a little old lady there?
Sure. There could, well, let me see who is the Marjorie Hotel. It is owned by a family. Let's see. That there'd be a woman there, Naria.
I asked her if morning. You think that's a nice hotel?
I think so.
Did you hear that they had somebody running around here with their tits hanging out this morning?
Who would do that?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
She was a woman. She was a woman. She was a woman.
Are you all having this conversation? Chance is approaching, or
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see why not. Now, why would you say that this lovely woman who really wasn't even talking to you, why would you accuse her of running around this hotel with her tits hanging out? Erlon.
Ash.
Where are you from? It was you.
It was
I
me.
mean, I
what?
was
that
there. It
makes
was you.
sense.
Yeah.
It
was
was
Caddy.
What?
you.
Makes sense.
Ha.
you
Yeah.
guys
You
are
all
funny.
have
man.
Chance and this other individual nearby.
Did we come back?
No,
No,
hey, yo,
they're
this is
just-
the person I wanted you to meet.
We've met her before.
Yeah.
No, we
But she-
haven't.
Wanted to talk to
Not
Lance.
Ash, not you, not right.
Some
not
of-
right now.
some of us
you
have.
go in the corner. Okay, go in the corner. Chance, right?
Are there still like who's there? Who's at this table?
Everyone, I would say
Almost.
we're fast forwarding time. Soup, Rilla, and Hearth do leave eventually for it because they have their own things they have to do.
Eventually, before we get there, or
I
after
would
we
say
get there?
before you got there, they would leave.
Okay.
So it is
Is Bruce there?
Bruce already left. Alice is missing because she got up late and rolled a 2 on top of that. So
Oh, did somebody forget to get Alice?
No, I said I went and got people. I said I went and got people if it was 7 o'clock and there weren't people there yet.
We were definitely awake real late, and you walked in probably on us. So if we
On-
were even up at 7,
yeah, probably.
At least
probably
Bruce
we're not
was-
awake at 7.
But yeah, you all probably need to go, and it might be a better place to actually have a conversation in Alice's suite.
Excuse you? You can't just come barging into a lady's suite.
Good. That's why we're going to Alice's suite.
So, what do you all say to Chance or this strange lionkin that is there at the moment?
Hi, it's a pleasure to meet you. I apologize for everything you're about to witness with these other people today.
Apologize
Oh,
for
wait.
Ash, Lance.
Wait. Shit, I'm
Just
sorry.
Ash.
Erlon,
I
Zanny.
apologize for what I just said, because that was inappropriate, I think, from looking at your eyes.
It's fine.
I
Uh,
don't know my
that-
tokens.
Zanny said, well, I told her something and then she wanted me to tell you, and I don't exactly know why, but this is my companion here, Geist. He also has some insights into the same discussion. I hope it's all right that I brought him.
How about me? It's
Um,
good.
I'm not sure that the middle of the. I mean, you can finish breakfast, of course, but perhaps
Yeah,
someplace quieter we could go. I don't know what's nearby here, or
a little more private. One of us got a suite upstairs, and they're the one that's still missing. So I will just go and see if they're decent, and then we can just go up there, and then we can just have a talk in private.
So give us 2 minutes and follow you.
Yeah, 2 minutes be good.
Okay.
Perfect. Zanny, you go up the elevator. It's fun. This is like the second or third time you're on an elevator. And you are on the floor where Alice is.
Wham, 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 wham.
Enter, darling.
Just door flies open.
Just by the way, Alice is sitting on her couch in her suite by herself reading the book you gave her, but she's not fully dressed. She's wearing like her bare underclothes because she's in her own suite in her bedroom reading her book.
Which I probably can't even see from the front door.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do
So
hear
just
a
throw it
loud
open.
banging, Alice, on your door.
Oh yeah, she says into darling.
Close the door, come in, look around. Where are you? Hey, we got company.
Okay.
It's 8.
Okay.
Okay, listen, they got some. It's Chance. She told me something last night that
Who?
I think you need to hear from their mouth. The devilkin that was on the train. I ran into her last night. She's got some stuff going on, but she said something to me last night that I really thought y'all needed to hear, and it's something we need to talk about. And you know the stuff that I was talking about, and y'all thought I was a crazy person.
Still do, darling.
Yeah, well, independent confirmation.
What? Yes.
I mean, she's independent confirmation. She's
Oh.
an outside source that brings information about the stuff that I'm talking about already.
Darling, 2 of you does not make you any less crazy.
No, it doesn't, but it's at least another data point, and I'd like you to hear her out.
Okay, well, can I have 15 minutes to get ready?
I gave them 2.
Okay. She's gonna close her book and stand up, and she's wearing barely anything right now, and go, does this look like it's going to be closed
stall.
in 2 minutes?
I'll stall.
Okay. What are you gonna do while I get myself dressed? It's not exactly a fast process.
Oh, yeah, did you get the corset yet?
No, but I have one that I wear.
Throw a robe on.
A robe? Absolutely not if we
A
have
robe on.
guests. No, not if we have guests. You're going to entertain them for 15 minutes, and don't let them touch my stuff. Alice,
The 9 hills I am.
well, don't let them in my bedroom unless you want, I don't know, Elon to die or something.
Well, that I can do.
Not because I'd kill him, but, I mean, have you seen these things? She's just gonna stalk off into her bedroom.
I've seen a lot of things today, honey. You'd be surprised that ain't the first pair.
Well, I'm glad you had a good night.
Or the second.
Glad you had a really good night?
None of them were in my room.
This moment there, it has passed 2 minutes, so that you do hear, or I don't know, the rest of the group is probably getting on the elevator.
Yeah, I shut the door behind me, for the record, when I
sure
came in.
Chance would just go
Go where?
up. I would think she would wait for Zanny to come back.
Okay, so wait, you're just to make sure you're waiting because you thought Zanny's gonna come back for the rest of the group, right?
Yeah, she sounded like she was going to check on it. Somebody else said in 2 minutes, and she was like,
No, she already talked to her once, so we're just going to let her know we're coming up.
Guy, kind of like just perhaps we should wait until.
"Why don't? Okay,
Yeah.
why don't? Let's clarify. Why don't one of you go up, check on the both of them, and
Ash
then
is
come
gone
back
at this
down?"
point.
Nope. Oh God.
Yep. No, she's gone. She's got a
Did-
dex
did
of
she-
20, bro.
Did she wait until I finished the whole
No.
statement?
No, she heard go up and get them.
Okay, and then come back. Somebody listen to
Lance will go and say, I will go up and check out all 3 of them and send somebody down to let you know it is time for everybody to come up. I apologize again.
She's not even waiting for the elevator. She's running up the stairs 3 at a time.
All right. So who's chasing after Ash?
Lance is.
Okay. Lance, you go after her. Do you take the elevator?
Yes.
Okay.
Lance doesn't do stairs.
You both arrive at the floor at pretty much the same time.
You know,
Ash, dear.
as he says that, she tries to vault over him with her acrobatics.
Jesus.
Can I try to catch her by the leg?
Sure. Athletics versus acrobatics. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and spend inspiration.
No, you rolled 15.
Oh, I did.
You
Okay.
what?
I rolled the
Sorry.
6.
I'm gonna roll even higher.
Yeah, you just do a jump, clear over Lance. He tries to.
It was like,
grab
I'm
it,
vaulting.
and you land on the ground.
And
You-
she's booking it.
Okay. You reach the door, and I'm gonna ask Zanny, did you lock the
Bam,
door?
bam, 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 bam.
I mean,
Sorry.
I didn't lock it, but I closed it. Actually, no, I locked it because
No, you did.
if I think she's even if I didn't see her, yeah, no. For all I know, she's dead in there before I went in there.
Yeah. Then you just
Lock
hear
it
the
first.
bang, bang, bang of Ash.
Well, she
And-
hasn't identified herself yet, Gassan.
You know who it is. It's like it doesn't take
I
much.
hear bang, 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 yeah, and I know that there's 2 people in this group that would do that, like 2 people total, and I know one of them did not come up here.
So what are you doing, Zanny, to this mysterious knocker banger on the door?
Hold your horses. Getting dressed.
Trying to force the door.
Zanny,
It is locked.
Loading my shotgun.
Zanny, this will go faster if you help me and tell whoever that is to fuck off.
So
First
Lance,
time I
you
hear
are you are next to her. Or you
Lance
came to
Lance just goes, hey, how much time do you actually need? And Lance is gonna like push in between Ash.
As soon as that door started to get forced, it's shotgun got loaded and I went over and it's just whoever's on the other side, fuck around and find out.
You know what? You fuck around and find out.
Stop trying to break
Lance-
the goddamn door down, Ash.
Lance moves out of the way. Just be like, ladies, stop, please. Please.
Get her to stop breaking the fucking door down and I'll not shoot her.
Well, if you open the door, then I won't have to shoot through the door, thereby shooting you.
If
Okay.
she gets dressed, I'll open the door, silly.
Look,
Now
she's
shush,
got
I'm gonna go get
nothing that
dressed.
nobody's ever
I just walk
seen
away. She can
before.
keep yelling at the door.
And she does. She's yelling at the door. Zanny. Zanny. Zanny, don't give me that silent treatment.
I go help her get dressed.
I hate that.
I just created enough of a distraction. That door's not going to be getting open for a couple more minutes while they deal with him or her. Sorry.
All right.
She
Back down in the area, the lobby. Ash, when running, Lance said that he would go check on it in a very calm, rational manner. And now the only ones in the lobby are Geith, Chance, M, and Big Red. Are any of you having any conversations while you're waiting, or just because you have no idea what's transpiring upstairs for it all?
I'd
You
say
might
they're
hear
not
it.
always like that, but yeah, I'd be lying.
Hey.
You're good.
But yeah, I suppose one of them will come down and tell us what's going on. I hope eventually.
Yes. Sorry, it sounded like Zanny was going to get this all sorted yesterday evening, but that's all right. Uh,
We're still trying to figure our group out.
Yeah, we don't even know what we are right now.
All right. Well, she's just like looking at Geith like, you sure?
Yeah,
You
he's
sure?
blind, not seeing anything, but just is like nodding slightly, not saying
It's the
anything.
most awkward small talk ever. Like
Yeah,
what we said in
Um,
chat is exactly what's going on. Like
yeah.
we're just making the most random comments of how bad this is.
Do
So
you
did you hear
do you-
they're recruiting wizards? And oh, sorry.
Should we split off?
do you drink coffee, Big Red? I I owe you a drink, so I'm gonna
You
go
know
get us.
what? I normally don't, but right now sounds like a good time to start drinking it because yeah, this is what it's come down to.
I could also get a tea or whatever. I'm gonna go get some things
Yeah,
for us while we. Yeah. Okay.
I don't blame you. I don't. Yeah, this looks great.
She's just gonna walk over to the whatever's there bar
You can
or.
get, if you want to get coffee or or tea, just put 5 silver, and that's fine.
All right. All right.
Eventually, Alice is ready after about 15 minutes.
It's
Um,
it's a task, okay? It's hard to
and
look this beautiful.
Ash is probably either banging or pacing around upset.
I just feel like she slunk down with her back to the door, just like give it out completely, just like slapping it occasionally.
Yeah, just full on toddler that cried themselves to sleep.
And um yeah, Zanny, if you wish to open the door, you can, and you can let Ash in as well as Lance, or let Lance know to get the others.
Lance left Sheldon downstairs, by the way.
Yep.
I'm gonna put the book away I was reading though, but I was reading it for a decent amount of time ish, sort of. I can sort of read Rian.
Just
Gotcha.
while we were getting dressed, there was definitely a brief moment of, thank you for reading the books. I'm sorry we gotta rush this.
Alice is only gonna try to talk to you and Rian, by the way.
Oh, we're doing this. Oh, fuck. Okay.
She's actually doing pretty well, but everything's conjugated incorrectly and in the wrong tense.
Yep.
Yeah,
So you
Keep
can
her past
understand
her.
what she's saying, but it's like
but not when she's saying it.
that's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually, though, you are let in. Lance, do you get the others to get on this floor?
Yeah, if he's got Sheldon down there, he's just gonna message, like, not message, but like send strong emotions to Sheldon of ready,
Lance.
and hope he
Lance.
portrays that to them because he
Yep.
can talk because he's a bird.
Yep. And he's gonna say like, ready. And-
Ash, yes.
I found them.
No shit, we knew they were in there.
But the door's open. Isn't the door open?
Oh my god. Yes, the door's open now. We can go in.
I get credit
Yes, you do. Good job, Ash.
because I found them.
And thank you for putting clothes back on.
What? Y'all be thinking that I just walk around here, tits hanging out, cooch, everything. I'll show that. I mean, Erlon wants to see that. I'll make sure he sees it.
Ash darling.
Hey.
So I will say, yeah, it is canon. Hamra is just like staring at the parrot version of of Sheldon, definitely wanting to pounce, but recognizing that familiar element for it. So realizing it's not food, this is another familiar for it. So with that said, the rest of you are able to travel up the elevator or stairs, whichever one you prefer, and you start making your way down the hallway towards Alice's suite.
DM.
Yep.
I wasn't keeping good track of it, but I'm assuming by this point Alice is pretty much out of this one liquor bottle that she's been nursing for a while, so she's
Probably.
gonna toss the mostly empty one to Ash and then hold out her hand to Lance.
Lance just pulls out one of the bottles that we rescued from the other hotel.
Thank you, darling. Ash, that's all yours, love.
Some people ask me how I can look this good after a night of drinking. She just winks, pulls the bottle open, and just drains it.
I mean, it's the only cure for a hangover.
Is Hamra celestial familiar?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So she probably hates Sheldon.
Yeah, she does not like him.
Sheldon is a feed familiar.
Neither does Jack.
They're like I said, they're both, well, probably not less Jack, but Jack is probably staring at him suspiciously. Hamra really wants to just like
The bird.
pounce on his tail feathers, but she know she can respect the job.
All right. You all arrive. Well, let me ask, Big Red, M, Chance, which of you is kind of like first through the door of this kind of like the later half of the group?
I can be.
Okay. So
Yeah,
Big
it
Red,
doesn't
you're
really
the first
matter.
one in. And assuming M, you're the next one following with it.
Sure.
Parrot Children goes flying over towards Lance. Let me just make sure you have the permissions for it.
Does Parrot Sheldon act nicer to Lance today than he has in the past couple days?
Yes. So.
Because Lance just threatening to murder people for him.
Yeah. Pretty much. And yeah, Big Red, you're in. You enter. Anything you're doing as you enter Alice's suite?
Honestly, not even talking to them. I'm gonna be just forewarning Chance again that this is gonna go great, and it's gonna be exciting. And and as soon as I come into the doors, be like, oh yeah, Big Red's here, and also I come bearing M, of course, and Chance the Devilkin, accompanied by a lion guy. So yep. Hey Alice. Good morning.
Good morning, darling. Would you like a drink?
Yeah. You know what? I just started drinking coffee or tea or whatever,
Does
and
he have
I
the cup?
think I need a drink too. Yeah, just yes.
Hey, Erlen.
Do you have the cup?
Yep. There's a reason.
Lance pulls, like before Alice can even get, Lance pulls out a bottle of a rack from his bag of colding and says, "This goes great in coffee."
I said,
Anything will go great.
hey, Erlan.
Big Red, Ash. Yes, I figured out your name really quickly.
But your
Elon.
name's Erlan.
Darling, would you like to come
Okay.
sit with me, Elon?
Wow. You know what? This is yes. We're just doing new things today. I'd rather be with anybody but Ash. So this is great.
Welcome everyone to my suite. I'm so glad I could host you here without any formal notice that I would have random strangers in my apartment this morning. But of course, my room is your room, I suppose. Probably not enough.
We can leave. Do any of the rest of you have rooms? We can certainly go someplace else. We just need a little bit of privacy.
Oh, darling, rooms we paid for. Don't worry.
I don't know if our rooms are big enough to hold all of us.
My room's completely messed up right now, so we will not go there.
There are 12 individuals in this room right now.
It's
moist,
isn't it?
Massed amount of space. She does not seem happy that we're here. We're happy to leave.
She's never happy. It's fine.
Well, darling,
yeah, just give her a drink.
I was not ready to host. Also, I've had 3 this morning. I don't need another one. I'm currently, and she like holds her glass up, in the middle of one. But no, a lady has to be prepared to host, and I need to know ahead of time so everything looks good. This place is a mess. The place is spotless, by the way.
And she just looks at Zanny like, I thought you said you were going to tell them.
Yeah. Well, there were some things that happened and some birds that came into my room.
Oh yeah, that was my fault. Sorry. Sheldon got attacked last night, and
I may have gotten distracted.
he needed to be healed by the good doctor.
Insight check, because wasn't that 2 a.m.?
Sorry, say it again one more time.
I said insight check because wasn't that 2 a.m.?
I didn't catch the sentence though. What was the sentence that you're insight checking?
That the bird thing happened at 2 a.m.
I mean, there was a bird thing and I got distracted. I'm not intentionally lying. I'm not trying to leave something out by omission. I just got distracted.
That's fine, but still, roll a persuasion check, Zanny. Zanny
You left me at 6 p.m. I'm just saying.
And Chance, if you want.
I, the character, forgot. Or the player forgot.
Which, yeah, it happens.
Lance just kind of covers, be like, "Don't feel bad. Most of us were gone until like 2 a.m. last night, so she couldn't have told us because we were sleeping, or she was asleep when we got back."
Also, if Zanny had come to tell me at any point in time during the night, I would have promptly kicked her out because I was also a little bit busy. I mean...
A letter under the door?
I do not want another letter under my door, and she points at all of you guys.
We were banned from putting letters under Alice's door after the last night we said no to tell.
I think I should leave. I'm sorry.
Wait.
Wait.
Sorry, we're a little rough around the edges, but we're happy to help. I heard you need help seeing invisibility. I have a way to do it. I just need a couple hours to do it.
I can just do it right now.
Oh.
Also, that's not why I came here.
Perhaps it may be better if we actually understood for all of us why this meeting is called.
Well, I mean, I'd love to get to it. I wanted you all here because this woman had a prophecy. She had some sort of sight or something, or some sort of something.
I think you froze, Tim.
Did it include Big Red? Oh shoot, he froze.
Oh no. All right. I think if you froze, wait, no,
he's back.
Yeah, perfect time.
right as you got into it, we got the finger, and then you froze.
Yep. So anyway, I asked her to come here. I don't have it in me to do it again because I just went on a big old thing. I asked her to come here because she said something that was pertinent to the stuff that I was talking to you about, and I wanted her to tell you because I wanted you to hear it from her mouth, not mine, so that you'd believe it.
Please tell us then, because I'm very interested in hearing about that.
Right then. Well,
before that, I'm going to say, as Chance resigns to tell this tale, let's take our 15-minute break because this might be a long one. It's 8:17, so that way all of us can collect our thoughts and see how we go from here. So, all right, 15 minutes, everyone, and we'll be back. So, see y'all soon.
We're
Damn,
back.
Big
We're
Red
back.
just died. Crazy, he just had a stroke.
Why was there a dragon in Alice's room that just came in and ate Big Red?
Yeah, it has a thing for midgets, or sorry, halflings. Apologies.
Yeah, small folk and such. So yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome back, everyone. For those who are watching and everything, let's get back into the scene of things. And I'm noticing that I'm a little bit glitchy. So either way, hopefully you all can still hear me.
We can. You're kind of cutting in and out. So why don't we take a second for you to connect and reconnect?
Okay.
So I can put this bag of pork skins away.
All right. Looks like it's much better now. The connection.
Nice. Much better.
Hello.
Perfect.
Thank God, it works.
It's working. We can hear you. Just can't see you.
Because on that
Yeah.
all black background is really spooky. Like it's real eerie.
I mean,
You
this
sound-
should be with this character a little bit.
You sound
Not
great now.
sinister, but all right. Let's get into this. Chance, you were just about to explain what the reasoning or the vision or whatever it was to the group. Here.
Right. Is everyone here?
Yeah, this is everyone involved at least.
Oh, all right. Well, I thought that there would be 7 of you.
There are.
Is the cat another druid?
Oh, no, I'm not a cat right now.
Isn't Blazer there?
Yeah, Blazer's there. He kind of.
Oh, that cat. Oh, yeah. He's not a druid.
All right. Can
Yeah.
Lance insight the guy?
Come on. Do your guide say, Chance, you are the 7th.
No, I have another path.
Whether you want it or not to be, it is.
Ooh.
If you wish to have the fate, the sight, you need to accept this.
I feel like we just walked into a different conversation.
My apologies. We never were formally introduced.
No, I did. I did say this is
Good.
great.
And also to kind of like Alice as well for it, kind of like officially. But he would. Let me rephrase that then. What Guy would say. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Guy. I am an oracle. I can see the future, see destinies, and foretell the future, forging fate and making it a reality.
Oh.
A prophecy
Sam.
was spoken that involves 7 of the ruby. I take it one of you is in possession of it right now.
Zanny just points towards Lance.
Lance just kind of sticks his hand in his bag and reaches around fishing out something.
Again, Danny, you would know that he is blind, so if you're pointing towards
That's probably the moment that I catch on. I'm like,
yeah.
Oh crap. The fellow over there with the bird. Yeah, the bird.
The bird has the ruby?
No, the fellow with the bird has the ruby.
That was all I had to tell you. So,
See? Prophecy. 7 of Ruby. We got Ruby. Well, and now there's actually 8 of us in here. There's you two.
My path will diverge away from you all long before the 7 are to attain any greatness.
I don't know why you think I'm one of the 7. I thought I was the one on the line before that.
Why don't you speak the prophecy then?
Well, I mean, the 7 of the Ruby combined can prevail. That just seems like the relevant part to them. I'm not sure what you're prevailing over. You've got the Ruby. That's kind of what I came to tell you about. But,
And Chance, you are of the 7.
I have no connection to this Ruby until this very second.
Except
Lance
it's
is going
sort
to
of-
interrupt. So wait, you came to tell us a piece of a prophecy without telling us the rest of it?
Well, I mean, the rest of it doesn't really. I mean, the part that is you guys is prevail.
If it's an entire prophecy, like I'm not an expert on them, but the whole thing goes together.
I mean, sure, you can read the whole thing if you want.
I would very much like that, please.
Right then. Should pull out her notebook. Moonbreaker, beware your doom. Corruption hunts and shall entomb. Everyone and everything that you shall hold dear will be lost, unless without the word the desert stands her cross. When the wolf, crone, and traveler of the chains, and face dust in the land without rain. When you hold dear shall follow the trail, 7 of the Ruby combined can prevail. 3 oracles shall speak and reveal the plan, your fate to live or die settled by noble hand.
Yeah, that clearly says it's you if you think you're the one you hold dear.
Yeah, I'm following the trail. I'm not prevail.
But you can't follow the trail without the 7 Ruby prevailing, so...
Yeah, but I figure you guys are doing something else, saving the world. Good luck.
But I read that as the 7, or the one you hold dear will follow the trail to the 7 of the Ruby who will prevail.
Even if I'm following the trail to you, like,
no,
there's supposed to be 7 at the end of the trail here.
Right, the 7 of the trail. The trail of the 7 of the Ruby. You have to follow. You have to go with us for us to prevail.
So
yeah, I should still go with 7 of you.
You are the 7. You make us 7. Right?
Trail edge here.
That's how I interpret that. But Sheldon, what do you think? You're no help.
I mean, well, also, if we're just going on wild interpretations, maybe it's not literal Ruby. Maybe it's 7 of the just ruby skinned person. Maybe literally Ruby, as in ruby shade of skin. You know, Drabblekin got red skin. Maybe it's her. Maybe she's the Ruby.
I don't know. There was a dream. You all were in it. That's why I came here.
Miss Annie?
Yeah.
I don't know if this is going to help. I had a dog named Ruby.
I don't think that's going to help.
Oh my God, was she in the prophecy? Please tell me she wasn't. Nope.
No.
Erlon.
I hope not.
Erlon.
Yeah. Ash.
Erlon.
Yep.
How'd it go last night?
Oh, Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
16, help me.
Calliope Ash, if I may, there are
16.
far more important details than you inquiring about Erlon's sex life.
I apologize.
You do not
Yeah.
understand the forces that are at play here. If
That's
you wish
true.
to ever be able to help your family or claim your business, heed my words. If you, Big Red, are ever to seek your brother, heed these words. There are
What?
forces that are conspiring against you. At this very moment, Gehenna is literally being invaded and claimed by the 9 hells.
Do we
This
understand
room-
that reference?
Any of you can roll religion checks. Yeah, the lower
Damn, them nat
fusing
20s.
is really bad. I mean, Erlon, you know the 9 hells, that's below it,
16.
but you don't know what Gehenna is.
Gehenna. Okay.
But you did hear 9 hells is fusing with some other place. So
So
Isn't it-
in her normal accent, she says, "So it's that serious?"
yes,
Her normal accent.
the harbingers, the Lauren gods, the gray flame, all of them are vying against the 16. And one thing that can tip the scale is that ruby. That all that you, Lance Al Black Sands, hold in this moment.
Do you know how to get it out? Lance is holding it in his hand.
Chance can get it out. She knows
wait.
the spell.
What?
I know what?
You know the spell to get it out. It's in your spell book.
Hopefully,
Remove the
hopefully,
ruby.
get it out without damaging the amber. I thought we had an agreement here, Lance, darling.
I tried to cut it the other night, and I almost broke my tools.
And
Oh,
Chance,
we're not-
roll an Arcana check if you want.
No, I think I know what I need to do.
All right?
You're not saving that, Amber. You're not.
Yeah.
What? Somebody owes me a decent-sized amber, then. Otherwise, you're
Oh, we'll
not a
find one.
man of your word, Lance.
Fine, we'll save the world, and then we'll get you an amber, okay?
Thank you, darling.
Lance mutters under his breath, trying to be quiet so Alice can't hear him. I'm going to make you name your first kid Amber.
Does Lance produce the ruby, or is he producing the ruby thing? Or sorry,
Oh yeah,
the
he's
amber.
been holding it
Right.
like in his hand since it was said to him.
Okay.
Ash, this is the first time you've seen it. He's got this rock in his hand that's about this big, and it's very shiny and sparkly.
And Chance, do you do anything to with that, seeing that amber for it? And you can kind of make out something's in the middle of it.
Is he bringing it towards me?
Oh yeah, he handed it to you.
Okay. Let's see. No, this might not work, but I will do that. How big is this thing?
I would say, I think it's 10 pounds or less.
All right. So kind of actually move over to the corner of the room. Set it down on the ground, and then she'll cast time capsule on the amber to, hopefully these are considered two separate things, make the amber disappear for a minute.
Yep. And what you see in all notice, especially you, Lance and Zanny, you experimented on it a little bit with the magic. However, whatever magic Chance is using specifically is not one you are familiar with. As she points her hands forward, puts them together, and then creates a bubble of shimmering energy a little bit, and then it captures the amber, and in an instant it just vanishes. The amber is gone. A ruby necklace remains.
You will move the ruby a foot to the left of where the amber was before the amber comes back.
How long did you put it into the future?
Just a minute.
Okay. It'll pop back there in a minute. But you, Chance, have successfully pulled or removed the ruby from the amber.
Oh, you
What?
gotta teach me that one.
What was that? That was whoa.
When the amber does come, it does disintegrate though.
Whoa, and then it just came back and and it's gone.
Not sure why it's gone. That's not supposed to happen.
I bet you the ruby was keeping it magically existing.
Yeah. Willing to bet it was some sort of powerful magic shield, and now that it's not protecting anything, it's just gone.
Sorry, Alice.
It's okay, darling. I have something somewhere that looks similar to it. I'll just wear that and mourn.
Lance will walk over and bend down to pick up the necklace.
Okay.
Does the world explode when he touches it?
Be careful when you touch that.
Oh, Lance picks it up and is just kind of holding it. It's like, Zanny, is there a password?
I think it's like a focus of intent thing.
There is a password. That ruby was carried by a star-born who perished at the hands of Nuralha, the burning tyrant, the red dragon that burned half of Eremer 1100 or such years ago during the Age of Blood. You wish to open it or reveal its powers, you may need to study more of it.
Like in
However,
a book, or like study it?
Perhaps a little bit of both.
Can you see through? Like, is the casing holding it on both sides, or can Lance like hold it up to his eye?
You can hold it up to your eye, and when you hold it up, it is very, very dense ruby. You can't see through it.
Huh. Well, that's going into the magic bag to... It's not going to explode in the magic bag, right?
No.
Okay.
But I can activate or release some of its latent powers within it. But I will do so once I ask a few more questions. Understand, for all of you, you have fate and you have freedom. If you wish to walk away, you can at this moment. Destinies may untangle for you. They may not ever come back, certain opportunities. But that is freedom. Things are able to happen and things are not able to happen. But if you go forward with this and you respect the power and the destiny that comes with that ruby, understand that you will shape this world. Eremer, its history, its future, and the geopolitics along with it. This is no light burden to hold. There will be people trying to kill you. There will be people threatening you. But in the end, you can prevail. And if you do so, you may be able to push back certain evils from this world.
Lance, he's standing in the middle of the room holding this, and I'm assuming everybody's looking at him because he's the one holding the ruby. They're trying to look at the ruby. Lance just like has it in his hand, and he squeezes his hand very tightly. And anybody who looks at his face sees he's got the... It's like a super smirk. Like it's somewhere between an evil villain look and the hero who just saved the world. Somehow it's both at the same time. And also his eyes look very intense, like he's ready to go start a war or something.
Guy looks at you, tilting his head, not really seeing you, but looks towards your direction. Al Black Sands and all that entails. You look at that ruby and you can see the temptation, the power, and it can make you surpass your ancestors, for better or for worse. He looks towards, or tilts his head towards Alice. The adventure you seek, the growth that you desire, the selflessness that deep down you wish to hold. This is not something the ruby will give you, but it is something that you can earn and transform yourself through this journey. He tilts his head towards Zanny. The legacy, yours is perhaps a very conflicted path. You wished for it before, but it was not time, and the Harbingers intercepted and tried to destroy you. And that is actually a revelation for you, Zanny.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, I know that's confirmation.
And in the end, you survived. And now is a moment for you to accept this path or to truly walk away and find that rebirth elsewhere.
Nah, fuck that. You just told me what I needed to hear.
Tilt his head towards Chance. I said before, fate and freedom. I said before, knowledge is a burden. If you want Moonbreaker to live and not be kept by corruption, one of the anti-16 that the Harbingers have manifested, you must be part of this. If you wish for a peaceful life away from Moonbreaker and away from these people, then you must give up Moonbreaker and leave. He kind of like shifts a little bit, and you see Jack is kind of like staring at him, but also at this moment, kind of like next to Zanny as well, sniffing at her. You know, for you, Chance, in a similar way that Jack was sniffing Geith when he was disguised as a homeless person. Geith kind of like tilts his head. Tell me, Zanny, Or sorry, he wouldn't say Zanny, sorry. He'd tell me Zanashara Venturi. Glory Song Venturi.
Mm.
Do you accept fate?
I was born into that shit, honey. I trained for it. It's just you're pointing me in the direction of literally where I want to go.
You still have this freedom to walk away. But if you embrace it, you can become an oracle as well.
Oh, there's other stuff too? Oh, that's even better. I mean, I was just going for the whole murder revenge stuff. But yeah, sign me in for oracle stuff too. I'm in.
The guy kind of stands a little taller and seems to quiet a little bit in this moment, letting the gravity of his words sink in. Leaning on his cane a little bit in a forward fashion.
Alice, in classic Alice fashion, is going to just break the somber moment and go, Zanny, if you wake up screaming in the middle of the night about visions, I'm not coming to help you. Alright, you need to wake me up kindly or don't wake me up at all.
These people took my Leslie sweetheart. I mean to end all of them.
No, that's fine. I'm just saying if you go the oracle route and you wake
Oh,
up
no, I won't
screaming
wake
in the
you up.
middle of
No,
the
no,
night
you're
because
fine.
you're getting visions.
You're fine. I'm waking Lance up.
Oh, perfect. And then,
Yeah, no.
come 8 a.m. you can come tell me about it.
He started this trend. I intend to finish it.
Joke's on you. I never went to bed.
Joke's on you. I never sleep.
You're not an elf.
I'm going to go in reverse alphabetical order, see what everyone's reactions, or if they're, just reactions for it. Zanny, what are any other comment or thing you're saying in this moment?
Just to herself. Just after a moment, she's like, suck it, Esther.
Awesome. Lance, you still are having that big superhero / supervillain, very mega mind smile on Lance's face.
Yeah. Lance actually will say, he'll just be like he's still squeezing the amulet, the ruby, probably harder than he should for such a magical, mystical, whatever. To the point where the metal's almost cutting into his hands and might be a little bit. You see a drop of blood or two, like dripping out of his hand. And he's like, this is what I've been waiting for. I am ready to do what needs to be done.
Ready to do what needs to be done.
So is Sheldon. Oh, sorry, Alice. And he'll let go of the ruby and hand it to Chance because she's next to him. And he'll kind of grab a cloth and cover his hand and prestidigitate the blood he dripped on the floor. I cleaned it up, okay?
What is Erlon, Big Red, saying or doing as he's heard this premonition from supposedly an oracle?
Yeah, I was basically that whole time, like when they're dealing with the ruby and everything, it's more like just pondering about what he said about my brother the whole time, and just trying to figure out first off if now there is a chance that he's alive, but also what's going to come next.
Awesome. M, any reaction from M as he hears this premonition?
I think at first at the very start he was a little sus of this Lionkin because he was kind of telling Chance that she can't do whatever she wants to do, and but then when he started talking and he started mentioning freedom, M's like, all right, this guy's cool. Yeah, he just as kind of getting to that moment, he just says, yeah, well, I mean, I was on board when you two first brought it up, even though I didn't quite have a full grasp of what you guys were talking about. With how much you guys were putting into it, it definitely seemed of import. And yeah, as you mentioned, this is confirmation. So yeah, I'm on board.
You, Emberin, he says your full first name, not your full name, can be a catalyst of freedom, where fate pulls in one direction with constants. Your very presence can incite and invoke the very variations. Make sure that freedom's will still lingers in this party. And there is a very strong chance that you can find your family if you walk this path. But it may not be an easy one.
Understood.
Chance, you are aggressively petting Hamra, and Hamra is starting to kind of like make the chittering sound foxes make when they're sensing nervousness. Is there any other reaction you are doing with Chance as she hears these words from Guy?
She's just standing there with her back to the wall, petting Hamra, and now she's got this ruby in her hand, and she just looks like an animal backed into a corner. Like that panicked, almost lashing out look. Like,
Gotcha. Guy will kind of like glance in your direction. One who increases knowledge, increaseth sorrow. I am sorry for the burden these words bring you.
not the knowledge.
He waits a moment to see if there was anything else, but if just not the knowledge, he respects that as like kind of like your response.
That's not what it is.
Multiple lives, and he says this more to everyone. Multiple lives of those you know and those you don't know. Each of your loved ones hangs in the balance. As he says this, Ash, what is Calliope's reaction of all this? She just joined this group, and there is an oracle that somehow knows knowledge about her past and is imparting a very grave, not prophecy yet, but forewarning about this ruby.
She has her serious face on, speaking with her Arumar accent, and she just draws her pistol. She's missing. She pops the 3 spent shells out of there, loads it up, rolls the cylinder down her arm, and says, "The one who's going to save the world is Big Red. I plan on being by nobody else's side." And she walks up and she kind of just pops him on the shoulder playfully.
Perhaps in time. All it takes is time.
Maybe a little bit of hope.
hope. And for you, Calliope Ash, love. Beware
Well,
those who would twist it, manipulate it, violate it.
oh, my mother. Oh, no. I get where you're coming from, but and then she reverts back to that rumor and she says, "This is about us. It's not about me." And by us, I mean the world. The world? The world.
Awesome. Alice, what is Alice's? She's definitely sensing how the mood in the room has changed drastically, and even the things that he said thus far, hinting also at kind of like people targeting your family and those you love.
She's still actively drinking.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what that con save was.
What is her reaction besides the drinking?
Well, first off, she was not a fan of being told that she was going to become selfless someday. Alice thinks she's already quite selfless. Thank you very much. But no, she's kind of just looking at everybody and sort of getting an idea that they all have like their own motives, and she's a little bit lost herself.
All of you are able to, excuse me, all of you are able to sense or see kind of like how everyone's mood is. Guy nods. Is there anyone who wishes at this moment to leave? Fate will move on and will a seventh. But understand the ramifications of this. Your paths, your destinies will dwindle, and those you love will not be punished, but they will be threatened as anyone else is threatened, and you may not have the power to protect them in this direct conflict. The door is there. Does anyone move to the door?
Lance
was already
actively shifts himself away from the door.
leaning against the door.
Chance runs to the door.
No, she was already leaning against the door.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so Lance moves away from the door. Chance, you kind of feel like people are looking at the door direction. You're just next to the door a little bit, or leaning on the door. So do you kind of like stand up away from leaning, or are you still having Chance lean on the door a bit?
No, she has not moved aside from petting Hamra.
Okay.
Like she is like there's so much tension in her, and she's trying not to move.
Does anyone react to Chance, or not so much?
Lance, Lance can clearly tell she's tense and nervous about this whole thing, right? So he'll walk over.
I don't know if it's nervous.
Anxious.
Maybe.
He'll just walk over and kind of just the pat on the shoulder, just like, they grow on you. I promise they do.
It's not even that.
I know.
The first, if all of you agree to this, then it is so. Chance, can you give me the ruby for a moment?
He'll hold it out.
Oh, he's standing there. He's as like you have to go. Yeah. he, he's like offering his hand. He doesn't like you have just you can put it on them and then quickly backtrack for it.
She will mage hand it to him.
Okay. He closes his eyes. And you start to see the ruby starts to glow. And it starts to shine for a moment and levitate off of his hand. The silver is like shaking a little bit. And in a flash, there's a blinding, bright red light that fills this entire room. Alice, you see immediately Bruce in your mind. You see figures next to him, the directors, but you're not sure which one is pulling a knife, a dagger. And immediately you see behind that person, another person, and another person, and someone or a group of people with money flowing towards them. And you sense so many different directions of enemies closing in on you. And there is a celestial, something is next to you, protecting you, ready to fight with you, channel power through you. Lance, your family, and the legacy behind them, and all the way reaching towards him, the Lich King of Sindane, destroyed in an instant, turning into ash, as well as though there are other forces. The echo of the first harbingers echoing into each generation. Your mother turning to hear it. You're not sure if she is fully turning, but not yet fully embracing it. And you feel hands, bony hands clawing at you, pulling you down, and you're resisting and pulling them up. As this necrotic, this undeath, these elements for it, you sense that there are others that will challenge you if you wish to be the greatest necromancer. There are others that are far more terrible with the power, and you will have to decide what kind of necromancer you are to succeed or to fail. Ash, Calliope, you see the Wanted Woman group. You see all of them shooting and fighting. You see them standing side by side, as long as with this other party of mercenaries. This group, you're not sure. You see their banner is fuzzy for it, but there's a little bit of a rabbit symbol on it.
Shut the fuck up.
Sure, but
Shut the fuck
then
up,
immediately it shifts as they're fighting, you're shooting constantly, and suddenly your parents are there shooting, but you're not sure if they're shooting at your friends or above them, at the enemies that they're shooting at. You can't be certain, as there is also a figure behind them, and another figure, and another figure, and a group with money flowing directly towards them. Big Red, your brother. He is alive. But something's wrong. Something's very wrong. There's fire. It's gray. It's consuming. It's wrapping around him. It's wrapping around you. It's trying to pull you to it. And you could feel that pull and the danger that comes with it. The denial of the self. You vanishing. Everyone around you vanishing. Pulled into this singularity of nothingness. You see yourself fighting in the Fey realm. You see yourself fighting in the Shadow realm. You see yourself fighting on the Prime in the elemental plane in the elemental dominion of fire. You are persevering, and Blazer is next to you, and the two of you, fire is burning in a huge ring around you. One of you making fire, the other consuming it. And both of you are entwined with each other, almost like two suns orbiting each other, radiating, liberating, burning across the evils of this world. And in there, you see shadows, and you see chains, and you see prisons where your family is being held. And the locks are starting to burn with your fire, about to break them free. Chance, you see yourself having to struggle, having to accept these people, if any hope is to have of saving the Moonbreaker. You must become strong. You must learn more magic, whether it's bards or bardic elements or wizarding elements. The only way, the path, there's so many different paths that walk, but they all curve towards this. 3 individuals. Gaith is not one of them, but one of them starting to look ever more familiar. Their prophecy entwined in the prophecy of the Moonbreaker. And all around at that end goal, a home, your brother, your friends, people who are friends, who will not abandon you. All you have to do is trust in fate and change. Suddenly you're confused as there's a orangish hue. Grace, change. There are different 16 that are also not forcing a path on you, but other paths that they are giving you. But there is that danger and something that is trying to corrupt fate itself. Zanishara, your eye is glowing. You see a reflection of yourself, an eye patch gone, with your eye glowing bright violet with hues of white. An oracle. You can become an oracle. And you can become so much more. Fate and freedom pull at you, and you get to make that decision. But as this version of you looks up, you see that legacy, this constant war of your ancestors, your family, Valashara Venteri himself, behind you. And in the future, you see other generations of Ventiris. And you can be their guide, similar to how Gaith is being this guide in this moment. But also, the Harbingers are trying to corrupt fate and are trying to create something to oppose the 16. And you can sense in an extra realm beyond that what Gaith said about the 9 hells and Gehenna fusing is true. The ruby's light wanes and then turns into a dull glow, and then ceases to glow. And every one of you leveled up.
Sweet.
Oh, dip, yeah.
Oh, dip indeed.
If you are to go towards or meet with the Arif, you must pick a path and follow it. You need allies in the city. You may find them with the constables. You may find them with Skender's Guild. You may find them with the magicians, the temples, the druids, or the criminal organization. But you all must pick a direction and follow it. Which path do you wish to choose?
Say the list one more time, DM.
Yep, and I'm also posting it. I just dropped so much on you.
As Lance
All
is
of you are
trying
just
to
like,
figure out what he wants to level up right now.
Yeah, okay,
Easy.
okay, that's fine. I'm right now typing in the Discord.
Level 3 spells.
Everyone just suddenly goes crazy.
Yeah, everyone just immediately is like, fuck the story, I'm getting a level up.
There's so many level 3 spells that I want to learn.
Too bad. Pick two.
All right.
Darn wizards.
So again, and I posted it in Discord, but to reiterate, the constables, so you can ally with the police and the military, the guild, which is Skender's Guild specifically, and I will say for each and every one of these, this is about picking a direction and following it through all the way. Doesn't terminate the other paths, but this is the path that you need to follow and stick with in order to get to the Arif. So there's the constables, there's Skender's Guild, there's the magicians, the temples, the druids, and a criminal organization. And for those who are posting it, it's think of Guy like Scythe. Like,
Yeah.
you know, Scythe, except Guy. So just because I see like Guy, I'm like, no, it's Guy like a scythe.
Yeah, and next you're going to say it wasn't Fighter's Hill, Gasson.
Yeah.
I've been imagining it like Mike Tyson trying to say guys.
It's an actual Leonin name.
I thought his name was Guy, which I thought was a little bit ironic, but funny. And then I thought it was Guide, which I thought it was a little on the nose, but kind of made sense. It wasn't until you were like at the end saying Geith that I was like, oh, this is Geith?
Yes. I swear, I'm doubting if I have an accent or not.
You
It's
do.
always you guys.
I mean, technically, I think everyone has an accent.
I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
With the let's I'm gonna go around again. Going back again now in reverse order, in normal alphabetical order. What is everyone's initial reaction after seeing the thing, the visions, as well as what is their initial thought amongst those six? Alice.
That's Alice's response to what she's doing right now.
Drinking.
Powering through, should I say. This is like number 4 or 5, I'm not quite sure, but
You are, even if you're rolling high, you are getting...
Oh, she's tipsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, she's not in a good headspace right now. She's kind of just muttering to herself a little bit, going, I knew it, and we're going. I have to talk to Bruce. I have to talk to Bruce. So would you say, like, since we leveled up in this moment, would we technically have access to our 3rd level spells?
You do.
So the one she took is Sending, and I'd like to say she probably accidentally casts it while she's going, I have to talk to Bruce, I have to talk to Bruce, I have to talk to Bruce.
And you say that, and then you look at your hands, and there's like magical like swirls.
Oh, what just happened? Guys, what just happened?
It
Oh,
ends,
I know that one. You're
and then
sending.
suddenly you hear, "Darling,
Oh.
did you just cast sending on me?"
Guys, I may have called Bruce. Should I call him back? No, I probably shouldn't call him back. He'll be fine.
Awesome. There we go. So, next up, Calliope. What is Calliope's reaction to the visions she saw, as well as among the 6 that Guy gave you as options?
So, you actually believe that we can win this thing, whatever this thing is?
Are you asking Guy or are you asking?
Got it.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
Sure.
You can. You can prevail. There is a chance you die, but you can survive and make this world a better place.
I mean, everybody dies one day. It's not that bad. It's not a bad deal. I mean, think of how much fun I can have if I save the world. Almost single-handedly. I better go talk to the thieves, the roguish types in this town.
Awesome. That's DM saying, not Guy.
He's just like, that's
Chance.
fucking cool.
That's fun.
Guys, like, that's
I'm an
rad,
oracle.
bro.
Chance, what is her reaction in seeing those visions?
Pretty much the same as it was before.
All right. Chance is having a little bit of a nervous breakdown. Gotcha. Let's go to M. What is M's reaction to the visions, as well as any initial reaction to the 6 paths that were suggested?
Yeah, he thinks that I mean, all of this was a lot, so it's gonna take a little bit to kind of fully process for everyone. And for the 6 options, he would obviously lean the druids first, but he does understand that especially the druidic types, we have a lot more time than other people, and so they may not move as quickly as perhaps the group wants to move. So while that would be his go-to option, he isn't sure if that is going to be the kind of like preferable one for the group's overall goals.
All right. Do you inquire about the timing element for that, or no?
Yeah, I suppose he would.
You are correct. Druids tend to move at a pace that protects the balance of things. However, there are grave events happening. The druids can secure an audience faster once they have some of their difficulties removed. Erlon, Big Red, what is your reaction to your vision, and what is your initial thought about the 6?
When he gave the options, like really, it was still going back to Skander's Guild and making a name kind of known for himself. Granted, yeah, he's like taking into account everybody else, but more than ever, it's probably just going down the path of like now trying to find out where his brother's at. And if that means going on these adventures in Skander's Guild, then he's gonna probably do that.
Awesome. Lance, what was your reaction to your vision, and which of the 6 is Lance leaning towards?
As soon as the vision's over, Lance just goes, "Fucking knew that bitch was involved."
Yeah, I will clarify. Tilted half.
Close enough. That's enough for him. And he's gonna like look around and remember he's standing in a room with other people and goes, yeah, I mean, any of the routes makes sense. I would lean more towards Skinder's Guild or the Constables, because that gives us some credibility and immediate access to and legal protection against things.
Yep.
And he looks at Zanny and he goes, "My mother's one of the bitches."
Speaking of which,
Maybe.
Zanny. What's Zanny's reaction to her vision, as well as of the 6 choices?
She's still processing the things that she's been hearing and seeing, but she sees a path forward at least. And the 6 choices, she takes a moment. She's like, well, the criminal organizations around here sure is nine hells ain't gonna have me. I mean, we got Amber in here, so there's the druids. Ain't none of us particularly religious. Magicians, I mean, there's Lance. Constables gives us some credibility, though. You're right, and the guild does too. But I think the guild will do it slower. I think we impress the constables enough. We'll just get in a little bit faster. Save their butt enough times. They'll owe us enough favors.
We've been here, what, a day, and
save their ass once already?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if we unravel the whole conspiracy for them with all this undead monstrosity nonsense. I mean, that's going to be one heck of a favor. Call that marker in.
Yeah.
You know that the constables will have corruption within them, so don't give your trust away easily.
No. Yeah, I know at least one that's come across so far as a half decent fella, and I only need one.
Half decent? They're the worst. They're the ones that don't commit.
I can think of one constable and one of the lawmen that I would say are trustworthy.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd really love to tear up the guild and really kind of make a big old name all across the continent, but I think the constables are going to be faster. I just think they will be.
For this, yes.
Yeah, for what we need, I think they're going to be faster. Also, can anyone help me take these off?
What are you wearing?
The gauntlets that she's been wearing the whole time, the gloves.
Come here, I'll take
the
them
like
off
chitin
you.
gloves. Like, can someone?
Alice is ready to
like,
pull the fingers.
No, like, guys, can you do some sort of like? Are you don't have any magic, do you?
I do not.
Darn it. No one could take the curse off of them.
I believe one of you may have, or the ability to learn, dispel magic, or remove curse.
I need my ring. Okay, sorry. Constables.
All right.
That's my vote.
Lance says I can remove the magic in them.
Before we get into it?
Yeah, we'll deal with that later.
So right now we have Zanny saying constables, Lance saying constables are guild, Erlon saying guild, M saying druids, and Calliope thinking more on the an underground organization. Is there any other votes or other directions you guys want to voice out or try to make a consensus?
I already talked to the constables yesterday, but they weren't going to get me in with the Arif. They were then going to get me in with the magicians.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I talked to a lieutenant or not higher up, but just he didn't seem to think he could get an audience.
I see. If they were going to, I mean, if the constables were going to send you to the magicians, maybe we should just start with the magicians.
Would you wish to do the magicians or whichever choice you will make? I will speak a prophecy, and that will assure a meeting at an earlier time than the 5 months that was promised you.
So we have one vote magicians, one vote druids, 2 and 2.
I'm a little
Alice,
skeptical.
what do you want to do?
I'm a little skeptical of all of them. I mean, I've never once wanted to really like. My first choice is to go work the gossip mill. No one
That
knows.
was on the list.
No one knows anything more about a city than the people who run the city.
No, that is absolutely
you
not
believe
true.
that?
That is patently false.
False. And you think the constables know more?
No.
No,
The
no, absolutely not.
citizens, darling.
Or the magicians, the ones in their towers?
This isn't
No,
They might know
the
some
ones
things,
who
but
are
the people in the
ones who are
street.
cleaning up your shit, your horse's shit, and everybody else's shit every day.
Yeah,
Chance,
if
what
you
was
want
Chance
real
say?
gossip, you talk to the servants.
Yeah, Chance, what were you saying?
Doesn't matter. Fine.
All right.
Sorry.
So, no, it is a fun thing, like everyone's like reaction to Alice's statement. But Gaith is basically promising a prophecy for whichever power you want to throw your hat in will get that audience with the Arif.
Well,
I'm gonna
any of-
pitch the rogues again.
You,
All right.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about the criminal underground here to know if they'd be able to get us a meeting with the Arif or not.
You may not
Seems
know
like a
about
gamble.
them, but I guarantee they know about you, hon.
They definitely
I mean,
get us in. Yeah.
that's fine if they know about me. I'm not worried about that. I was worried about their ability to get us the meeting that we're looking for.
there's like 4 groups in here that I know of, and 3 of them are currently fighting each other, and one of them is scary, apparently.
Were you in with them before, Ash? You got some sort of kind of way back in?
I might have a couple of different ways to help us, but let's just say that I wasn't always the well-behaved, put-together gal you see before you.
Nah, that was
Oh,
God, it was worse.
Yeah. I can make her come out if you want.
So if we're looking at right now, and this is now just DM kind of like pushing things a little bit more. If we're looking at things that have votes, I believe, Lance, could you clarify which one you would probably be leaning more towards? Constables or guild? You said those two.
Well, if we're going to get a prophecy that's going to work, no matter what, Lance would lean more towards the guild because that has a better. Lance thinks that probably has a better chance of paying.
Okay.
But Lance is also going to look at Chance and go, "What do you want to do? You're the one who you need to be at the meeting. So getting there through a path that you're comfortable with is the most important."
I don't know that I do need to be at the meeting any more or less than anyone else, apparently. But I am most comfortable probably with either the constables or the magicians.
Lance will turn to the rest of the group. Are you guys okay going one of those two routes then?
Well, I can't be seen milling about whatever underseated networks you're proposing, so I suppose the constables is probably the best way to go. I was also leading guild, but...
Yes, go guild. Cops are bad.
Zanny, Big Red, you haven't said much.
Well, if I'm to understand everything that's been said correctly, those are, while they're presented as two options, are both kind of the same option, because we were just told that the constable are going to send us to the magician. So if we go to the constable, that's basically we're going to the magician, just with one extra step.
To clarify, that power will get you there. So if you pick the constables will be the ones to get you there, not going, oh yeah, magicians. So it's a straight path.
To clarify, Chance, did you ask to get in contact with the magicians at the constables? Is that what you requested from them?
I asked to speak to the Arif and how I could get there faster. His path for me was to go through the magician.
Gotcha. So maybe the path when you're working with all of us changes and becomes more direct.
Yes.
I mean, if our end game is to get the meeting with the Arif, honestly, it doesn't really matter to me fully which one we go with, I guess. If we're just trying to get the meeting and one of them can do it, then whatever one you guys wants to go with is fine. I think we've probably put in the most legwork so far with the constables. So we've already got points in favor for that.
I think for this path, that makes the most sense. And there's, like he said, there's nothing stopping us from working with the guild when we're done with this anyways, or any of the other groups. And I'm sure, in fact, we'll probably work with all of them in some capacity in whatever we're doing.
I mean, yeah, I plan on still working with and speaking with the druids, regardless of if they're the ones that get us a meeting or not.
Yeah,
Kind of me being a druid and all.
yeah, I'm surprised you hadn't seen them yet.
Oh, I just got here. Time, we do things slowly.
It's true. It is. I mean, considering the fact that we do have one with us, the druids could also just be our simplest option.
Well, by that note, so is the magicians.
True.
Yeah, we have multiple magic to offer.
Do you all want to roll for it?
What are we down to? Like, I think our top 4 right now are the magicians.
I think if you factor in people having more than one vote, the guild has the most.
Well, I think there was an agreement about the let me double check. So Erlon and Lance were the only two that voted for guild. And that was their only one.
So did Alice.
And so did Alice. Okay.
And then Ash was just telling Alice to go guild, so I assumed Ash was
Ash's
pro
vote
guild
is,
if we're not
Ash's
going.
vote is the organizations.
Okay, what's Ash's?
No. This is where we figured out we were going to go a couple of different directions, and we were deciding between. So yeah, Ash is not about going to the cops.
Yeah.
Be cool.
fine.
Be cool.
Yeah, the organization, not the constables. So be cool, be cool.
I guess
In which
working with. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. In which case, of my two options, I would lean magician. You know, if we weren't going constables.
Awesome. And then we have druid. So it sounds like we have potentially 4 options, assuming we don't want to work well. If we're vetoing the constables, then we're also vetoing the criminal organization, just to keep that balance, because there are 2 strong voices against both. So you have 3 options: druids, magicians, guild.
Guild.
Do we have to join the guild in order to work with the guild?
Would all of us have to join the guild to work with the guild, or just some of us have to join the guild?
At least one.
And as long as the rest of us would be affiliated with that one person, then they're fine.
Yep.
That's easy enough. I can get in.
Sure,
Yeah,
most
did y'all
of us
fill
can
out
get in.
your applications that
Oh,
I gave out?
Yes, darling.
Blibbit. Blub, 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 blub,
The
blub,
Niblipin.
Are you
something.
okay? Are you having a medical issue?
No. I met a guy last night.
That's a medical emergency.
Glib and nib. Glib nib. Glib nib.
Oh,
Fish guy
Fish folk, yeah.
at the bar last night. Really nice guy. Gotta talk to him in primordial, otherwise he sounds like he's talking underwater. Ironic.
Like you saying his name?
Yeah. Yes. But if you talk to him in primordial, that name makes, and Lance will say his name in primordial, and it just comes out perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you say it in primordial, it makes more sense. But he's in the guild. He can help us get in. I think he was in
He's not in the guild yet. He's not in the guild yet.
Yeah, he was right in line behind me and Big Red when we got the applications.
Also, he's a really powerful magician.
Oh, okay.
Or at least some kind of
More
magic
power
user.
to him.
I think he's a wizard.
Yeah.
I think he said he was a wizard. He's a conjurer.
Yep.
That's why he's constantly got water around him.
But why is he powerful?
Well, he's more powerful than I am.
That's not saying.
Well, I mean,
Oh wow!
I'm
We
sorry.
actually agree with
That
something.
was rude. that was. I apologize.
Nope.
And
that was
that's how Ash and Erlon became friends.
no. But I agree.
So we have 3 options. Are we narrowing it down to 2? Guild, magicians, or druids?
Guild gets everybody.
I just say guild because I'm with Amber on the whole thing. If eventually we're gonna talk to the druids one way or the other, and they are slow.
Is that okay with you, Chance? If you don't have to join the guild, if you don't want to, somebody else. Erlon really wants to join the guild, so it's fine.
Does Erlon do a pose?
Oh yeah.
Big Red does oppose.
I mean that's fine. I was just there were a lot of people at the hotel I was staying at that so I heard about it and I thought it was a 1-year commitment thing.
Yes, but I think as long as one of us joins, and definitely Big Red wants to join, it kind of sounds like we can all work.
Too.
We can all work with them. So.
Oh yeah. I just meant, did that then mean he has to be here doing that for a year? That's going to cut into the other things that we need to do.
Maybe. Oh, well, hold on. Maybe we can kind of inform the guild of this prophecy you guys are talking about, and it might put the guild on the map. I mean, that's really where their biggest thing is right now, because they're trying to get back, in working order.
We can be their intercity support. We can be their street team.
Yeah, that was a big
people
word.
on the street
I
about
agree.
them.
Yep, whatever he
Again,
just said.
That's the thing.
She just said.
only the people who are joining it are their street team.
Well, I was going.
A street
So I can
team,
do that.
like a streetwalker.
No, Alice.
What?
No.
You
Guy,
know, Alice, your mind always goes to sex.
No, that's
You-
not the point.
Okay.
She said we're the street team.
Mm.
You know, like
Guy clears his throat. So is the decision the guild?
yeah.
I think so.
I think
Yeah.
that it's the majority answer, yeah.
He nods and then speaks. Then I shall give you all a prophecy. He takes a deep breath. His blind eyes start to glow, and there seems to be a wind that somehow manifests around
Jesus.
him, cold and freezing a little bit. And he speaks in an echoing voice, his head tilting upward as if he's seeing something from up above. Gilded and guildless, the seven shall go and begin fulfilling quests like a pro. A choice given, two paths either can be walked, yet the road twines and the Arif's doors unlocked. One road over sand with monstrous blood to spill, one road to protect from thieves of devious will. Sinister tidings to be brought to the Arif from thee, but death or abandonment, no glory with the guild to be. As he
What does
finishes
that
the
mean?
prophecy, the winds die down, and he kind of like slumps a little bit, and you see him like gripping his cane hard, as there's looks like he's suffered a level of exhaustion instantly.
Lance will kind of walk over and help him to a chair, wherever the nearest chair is.
And you sit him down in the chair right here. I saw you ping that.
Yeah.
It takes a while. He is winded, but then he speaks. Gilded and guildless, not all of you need to join. Begin fulfilling quests. That's self-evident. A choice given. Two paths can be walked, whether you are sent outside of the city or near the city or within the city. What you discover from this quest these quests will be sinister enough to get you an audience. But if you die or abandon the quests, no glory with the guild shall you have.
Like if all of us die or just one of us dies?
If all of you die, I'm sure if one of you passes, that can be revivified or resurrected.
Yes, but would we still get the credit?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you got to just turn in the quest. It doesn't matter how.
Well, yes, but I mean, the prophecy said if you die, you won't get the credit. I just want to make sure that if one of us dies, it still fulfills the prophecy. Because, like, it's going to be hard.
Yes.
Guy nods.
I once heard a phrase, if something sounds hard, you should just look it in the eye and say, easy peasy.
That's fine, but it's not revivify, okay?
Does
Have
anybody-
your prophecy. Turn in your applications, any one of you today. Tomorrow, recruitment begins. And with luck, you can receive not just pass the first test, but their quest that will reveal these sinister tidings. And you will have your meeting with the Arif. And with that, my friends, we end tonight's session.
Before we do, Alice would ask if it's okay to leave the room now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, are you going
So-
somewhere?
And
Are
then
you
she's
leaving your own room?
and then she's gonna say, "Perfect, you guys can get out. I need to talk to my husband."
He's not even here.
But I'd like some privacy when I call him. I just called him, and
You got 25 words.
25.
Yes. Do you not know how the spell works?
No, I just accidentally cast it.
Here, would you like me to cast it? I can call him.
You can call him. Can you? Can I talk through you? Or
No.
You... Oh.
I have to say the words.
Okay. Well, just tell him. First off, that I'm sorry I called him. That I love him, and to just be careful today.
Okay. Lance is going to send a sending to Bruce. And he's going to be like, Bruce, it's Lance. Alice learned new spell. Fucked it up. Sorry she called. Says be safe. Today, she loves you.
All of
Watch
you.
hear back from me.
Tell him I said hey.
You don't even know Bruce.
Yeah, it's Alice.
This is a surprise. Thank you for letting me know. I'm very happy for Alice, and tell her I love her, and be safe.
When he's done, Lance just looks at Alice and goes, yeah, he said he'll be safe, and thanks, he'll talk to you tonight.
Lance,
Oh,
say
and he
mention-
loves you too, I guess, or something.
Thank you.
Did he say something about me, Lance?
I only had
Not
25
about you.
words.
God.
All right. And with that, my friends, we will see about how you all fare next session. We're hitting Skender's Guild. So we're going to be joining. Some of you guys are going to be joining. Some of you may not. We'll see how it goes. And maybe a quest from them to go forward. And hopefully there won't be any deaths on the simple, hey, let's just see what you got quests for it. So,
Those are always the most dangerous ones. We all know that.
no.
Yeah, we've played with you before.
We just had to go deliver a baby and we almost died.
I mean, you
That was
guys
fun.
have beaten every foe. Like, you saw how easy the flesh golem was, or the mimic, or but
The scorpions weren't.
yeah,
Well, hold
one,
on. The flesh zombie literally almost killed me because I was attacking it so much.
yeah, but that you had it outnumbered 7-1
Easy peasy.
or 6-1.
Also,
Sorry, 6-1.
the flesh golem was apparently not impressive enough to get us in with the Arif, so this is going to have to be a lot harder.
Yeah, that's true too. She has a point.
Time to
Two
kill a
flesh
lich.
golems.
There we go.
Big Red, there's a bounty for a red goblin that also goes by Big Red, so there can be only one.
There you go.
I cannot believe you didn't tell me this before.
Yo, he stole your name, dude.
That's not okay.
No.
Yo, no, that ain't right.
Oh my god.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
We'll see how that
good
goes.
stuff.
Well, that was fun,
Roll
everyone.
initiative.
Thank you. You are now the 7. Abandon ship, bad things. So, but Fate and Freedom are now on your side, willing things to be. So,
Freedom. Big
thank you all.
quote.
You
Freedom!
had your free choice, so there you go.
There was no choice.
There was. Awesome.
I will pull out the DM you sent me.
Okay, we will see. All right, y'all have a
Be
good
sending
night.
some DMs.
Yeah. All right, everyone have a good night. Take care and see you next week. Bye.
Yeah.